Great to see you. Thank you so much.
I'll never forget this moment.
What it could be, hopefully it's what it should be. This is your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
This is Military Crazy Wall, Yappy Hour, Drink Champs, Yappy Hour. Now yappy, 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 we are happy today. In case you don't know, make some noise! But right now, I had so much joy Googling this person.
He's a Google master.
90 million records sold.
Crazy.
15 Grammys. I've never even been nominated for a Grammy. So I got personal beef with the Grammy, but you cannot have personal beef with the Grammy. Yeah, because you got 15 of them motherfuckers. Countless movies, countless staying relevant, making the best music and continuing to make the best music. I'm gonna tell you, I listened to the new album twice. I'm gonna tell you the joints that I really, really love. One just hit me off top. All of them, I mean, you still are fine wine. You are fine wine. You are getting better with time. You are getting better with subject matter. Everything about this. This is how do they say it in Spanish? La Quina?
La Lena.
Well, this is the La Lena, whatever. This is the top of the top. We can't go no further after this. And hopefully this makes us be more female orientated, because we need more females here.
It's not our fault. It's not our fault.
So in case you don't know who we talking to about, we talking about the impeccable, the remarkable Alicia Keys. By the way, just so you know, we've been doing Drink Chats for 6 years. Our friend Garcia has only been here 3 times.
And this is the 3rd time?
Yo, when he walked in, Paul said, he didn't even come to my son's birthday.
I feel the love.
And my girl, and my goddaughter.
Yeah. So you bring him out. So, off top, I want to ask, I heard there's a rumor that you...
Hold on.
Okay.
Drinks? You need drinks?
Don't get a drink.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Oh, my. Okay, we found out that you like jalapeno tequila. That means you are a gangster.
Period.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so let's get her a drink. Let's get her. But let me ask you. There's a rumor that you and your homegirl Tinashe, is it Tinashe?
Tinashe the artist?
No, not Tinashe the artist.
Oh.
But was in a group and you was Raekwon. Tanisha. You know my vocabulary.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
Yes. You know, either she was Ray and I was Ghost, or she was Ghost and I was Ray. It really depends on the day.
So y'all was in a rap group and y'all was calling yourself Ray and Ghost?
No, we was in a singing group.
But y'all were rapping or no rapping?
She rhymed.
Okay.
You know, I did a little dot. And the point was, we love Wu-Tang so officially.
That's real hip hop.
That Ray and Ghost, she's Ray, I'm Ghost, she's Ray. Who's ever the loudest at the time, it was usually her.
Right.
It's Ray.
Right.
And whoever's like the cooler one, which is usually me, is Ghost.
Right.
And that's the vibe.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and y'all would do show as Ray and Ghost or no?
You know, it was just like a personal, you know, like that armor that you put on when you need to just get your thing.
Does Ray and Ghost know this?
I think Ray might know it because Swizzy knows it. And for one of my birthdays, he had Ray come.
Wow.
And I was like big. I mean, I love Ray and Ghost and Wu. And so he ended up coming, and so I was able to kind of explain to him some of that. So he might know it.
Okay.
You know.
Did y'all make it on purple tape? Y'all make it on purple tape?
Nobody can make the purple tape. There's only one purple tape. Okay, that's it.
So let me ask you another question.
Let me ask you a question. Why is your microphone
down?
That's the way it's
we scared to tell you gotta keep yours down.
Okay, because
everybody does that.
Yeah,
but Mr. Lee is supposed to come over and politely help you with
that.
Listen,
tell you that you had to keep it down.
He came over and put it up, and I said, "Wait,
oh, that's Mr. Lee, because we're all nervous. We're all nervous, goddamn.
Yeah, Mr. Lee don't know what to do with himself.
Okay, Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee speaking English now. It's crazy right over here.
So I gotta ask you, how mad was you at Little Mama when she fucked up your performance?
All right. The truth. First of all, you know, it's...
Because I had to watch it again, and let me just be honest with you. As me watching it again this morning, it seemed like you didn't even see her.
The truth of
the truth, okay. Jay seemed that he was heated. It was in his face.
All I know, we was on that stage. Jay was here. I was here. In my head, I was such a gorilla at the time. I was like, this is what's happening is I'm going to destroy this record tonight. That's all I had in my head. Somehow, however she got over here, I didn't even bear witness to the whole show. I was so focused on making it amazing. I went backstage and Jay was like, so you ain't see that? And I was like, what? And he was like, no, you ain't just see what just happened? And I was like, yeah, we killed it. That's what just happened. And he was like, no, you ain't see. And I was like, what are you talking about? The whole time, my sister was standing right there, and I had no idea that she was. Wow. I had to watch the playback myself.
Wow, yeah, I believe you.
I had no idea. So honestly, that's been some time. She's super big. Love to her. No, she's good. She's super good. She has, sent her love apologies, the whole thing. I think she was just inspired. You from New York,
inspirational.
You feel inspired.
Yes.
A lot of inspiration.
In my mind, I got on the stage too. But
yes, you just didn't actually.
You was in my mind. Because you know what was funny? Because it's some real New York shit. Like, she could have really started like a trend. Like, other people would have been like, yo, like maybe a Fat Joe would have jumped on or somebody. And because everyone is feeling the same New York spirit.
Now, that'd have been fire.
Yeah, but
like if
that's not the way it works.
Just got on. I don't know. Now, I don't know if Jay would like that, honestly.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. I looked at his face again today, and I said, that man was not happy. He was not happy. So you go back home and then you don't know till after. That's crazy.
I was actually crying. I was cracking. To me, it was hysterical. I thought it was the most funny. I just couldn't believe that I was on that stage the entire time, and I just did not see that. Like, that's how focused I am when I perform. But
like, you seen the meme? They put her everywhere now. like they put her like.
Now everywhere.
That's my homegirl too.
Every single where. This cup right here, she right there.
I think she created the memes. Like the first meme, that was like it, right?
Oh, you feel like she started the meme
I think
trend.
she started this meme shit. Is this the motherfucking thing she get?
I think you're right. I think you are.
Let's make some noise, Little Mama. Make Okay. So
that's funny, man.
I still can't get over the Ray and Ghost thing. I'm trying to picture you as Ray. But on the new album, let's start with Only You.
Ooh, is that the N.O.R.E?
No, you know the one that really got me? I wanted to make love to my wife immediately.
Okay. This is what you need to do.
My wife is right there. Sorry, babe. I got her. But I love when you called my name. That one was like, I was like, the inner gangster in me left. Like, I was like, holy shit. Alicia is going in there.
This is it for me.
Going. First of all, I want to tell you, I get massages to Sade, right? And I feel like this album that you got is my first time getting Sade out of my tape deck, even though it's not a tape deck.
Did y'all just hear that?
Yes,
massage worthy.
Yeah, it's massage music. It's massage music.
Now, you know Sade, first of all, is one of one. I love her so much. So for you to just say, hold on.
Yes.
That's a very big deal.
Yeah, do you know, like, you're the new version? The new...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because that's my big sister in my head.
Wow.
In my head, Sade is my big sister, like, for sure.
Right. And did you ever meet Sade?
Yeah, we met. Wow. We met. She actually performed on a show with me. That was crazy. I had to, fix my mouth to ask her to come out and perform. Because, she's like she's like so ethereal.
Yeah, she's like the Prince.
She just disappeared, and she's just like, and then she reappeared, and it's like that. It's like that. So I met her in London, and we connected. And at the time, I was doing my organization, Keep a Child Alive, and we did something called the Black Ball. And so every year we had really powerful performances. And so I asked her to be a part of it. And so she told me yes. Wow. And when I tell you, I left the room, I was like, thank you, sister. You know, big love. I'm gonna see you soon. I left the room. I went around the corner as fast as I could get, and then I jumped up and down like a
yes.
Like I was super. And then her assistant walked by, saw me acting crazy. I was like, good to see y'all.
So let me ask you, because you also met Prince and Michael, correct?
I did.
How was First off,
we love stories from both.
Yeah, we love stories from both of them. So whichever way you want to start,
so,
Prince or Michael.
Prince, man, you know another one.
Did he call you on the phone?
He called me a lot. He would check in on me a lot. And I don't even know how he got my number. Like I don't understand.
No one's going to tell you how Prince got your number.
He's another mysterious one.
He's another one. He flew over there and then he come back. And and by the way, if you ever want to get him on the phone,
listen,
it's a whole different situation.
I feel like Prince was a gangster on the phone. Is that true? I'm just bugging out. This is just my imagination.
He was definitely very direct. He was a very, very direct.
Wow.
You know, so he would call me on the phone like after he heard You Don't Know My Name, and he was like,
You don't know my name,
baby, baby, baby.
You keep taking it out of me, Alicia. Keep going. Well, he called you after that. Okay.
He called me. He's like, I just heard your new record, and I was like, hello.
Right.
And you know it's him because he's the only one that sound like that.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I love what you're doing. I love that sound that you're doing. I love how you producing all your records. Like, this is powerful. Keep doing what you're doing. So he would hit me like that, and that's it.
So what did you save his name as in your phone?
I swear he always called me from like some old.
So random
try
numbers?
to call it back, you can't. And I wasn't trying to be all stalkerish. So it wasn't really. I don't. You know, if I called him, I would call through somebody. It was
probably
called
like you
that.
from Lake Minotaur.
Definitely.
Like, it was somewhere crazy.
Definitely somewhere crazy.
You remember that's what Chappelle said in the skit. He's like, hey, my bad.
Yeah, no, Chappelle for sure. Then he would pop up on my shows, and then you would just know they'd be like, Prince is here.
Right. And everything
like,
turned purple.
Nah,
everything turned purple, like, right? Like,
purple mist.
Purple mist in oil, Is that
doves flying?
It definitely happened. So you don't really want to know that Prince is at your show.
Because that's pressure on you.
Yeah, you don't want to be performing when Prince is at your show.
Right. And then Prince call you later and be like, you didn't hit the high note. Like, this is crazy. I don't know why I play his voice like that. I'm sorry.
He's raw. He will. He'd be like, your sound was fucked up this show. And I'd be like,
he never told you that.
No, he told me that.
No.
He's like, your sound wasn't right. Your sound was fucked up. And I was like, so you think it was? But he tried to work through it. He was like, I think it's a little bit between the speakers that are happening. It's a little bit between how the mixer's treating it, and he would actually like big brother vibes,
like a mentor,
properly tell me some truthful shit, which you really won't get from most people. You know what I mean? So he's amazing.
A lot of people said that he was like an artist, like pro artist, everything. Okay, but how about Michael?
Michael, I only met him one time.
Was Bubbles there, the monkey?
I didn't meet the bubble. I didn't meet the monkey.
Right, cool.
I met his kids.
Okay,
so that was cool.
Okay.
And then he was just cool as hell, man.
Really?
He was so cool. I mean, always soft-spoken, always that, that energy. And always like so curious. I remember it might have been March, and there was still a Christmas tree up.
Wow.
So I remember I was like...
Wait, in his house?
March?
Yeah, it was definitely not near Christmas, for sure. But look, I like Christmas trees too, so I get it.
That shit would stay all year round.
You know, it's good. It's good. So, and he was...
I thought that was just a Puerto Rican thing. You mean other people do that?
See?
Okay.
It's not just you, because you never take your tree down.
I don't never put it up, neither. But holy shit, so Michael had his Christmas tree set up in March.
So it had like that, So anyway, everything was like kind of whimsical and kind of just like dreamy and everything. And I remember he was like giving all this information about Thriller, and he was like had all these memories and that big ass plaque that had like 400,000 times platinum. It was on the floor.
Wow.
It was like on the floor in the corner.
Wow.
So it was ill. It was so good. He was just so full of love, and he was super sweet and so loving. And who would have ever thought that was the last?
Wow.
I mean, that I only met him one time.
Wow.
But he's amazing. I love him. Who don't love Michael? Which is why you love When You Call My Name, because I sound like a little Michael vibe.
Ooh. Now, there was this one song on the album that it didn't have a feature for. La La, produced by Mike Will.
That's crazy.
La
that
La.
record's crazy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Who else is on that record?
Sway.
Sway. Oh,
Sway is on. It
didn't say featuring Sway. Sway Lee. Okay, yeah, it didn't say featuring Sway Lee.
I don't know what type of thing you got.
They gave me the bootleg version.
I feel like
they didn't trust me at all.
I feel like they was like, let's give him 3 records for N.O.R.E. and that's good.
They ain't trust me at all.
Let's make sure
but I ain't
he's
gonna lie,
good.
let me just tell you something. This is probably the most important I felt as doing an interview. When they sent me the album early, because, we're really not journalists, but we're journalists, right? We have to take that meaning. But no one's ever done that for us. No one's ever sent us the album.
Never offered it?
No one never offered it. No one, you guys are really professional.
You see, because I take you serious.
Yes, thank you so much.
I take you serious.
I am scared. And then you rolled up like the Wu-Tang Clan. It's like 55 of them right now. They just came out, everyone masked, professional. No one said nothing, just walked through. Everything was focused. I like it.
You see?
This is not rapper. This is not rapper shit. Rappers?
Now listen, all over the place.
Yeah, rappers all over the
Messy.
place. Yes. This is not. So, do you consider yourself a soul artist? Because you're more than just R&B.
I love that question. Definitely. I mean, I feel like I'm genreless. I don't feel like I'm undefinable. I don't think you could define what I do. But if there was ever a definition, I think a soul artist is perfect. Because I think Wu is soul. I think Nirvana is soul. I feel like, soul is just something that hits you and moves you and you feel it in a way that, you can't describe. So I like that. I'm going to go for that.
But everything you do is still very hip-hop, no matter what you do.
Yeah. It's
just in me. It's in me. Hip hop is soul. Hip hop is soul. I mean, it's in me. New York, born and raised. You can't get it out of me.
Right.
No, don't try.
Now I've seen 2 things. One say that you're from Harlem, but one says you was born in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Hell's Kitchen one is true.
So Hell's Kitchen, well, I mean, yeah, born in Hell's Kitchen is right, and raised in Hell's Kitchen and also Harlem.
Wow. And Hell's Kitchen is downtown for the people that don't know.
Hell's Kitchen is like
LES almost, right?
No, LES is further down.
Okay.
LES is like 20s. Okay. Hell's Kitchen is like Midtown 40s to almost 60s, but West Side. Like where it was crazy.
Right,
you were, I don't know, you were more...
I'm from Queens.
Yeah, you were more Queens, so you probably didn't even come to 42nd Street that much except to get a fake ID.
I did.
You got your fake ID there?
No, I used to go to peep shows there.
Definitely. But how old were you, 10?
I was going with the older homies.
They took you to the peep show at 10?
Yeah, 42nd Street,
That's fucked up.
That was fucked up. I had fucked up friends. I never said I had good friends.
Are they still your friends?
No, they're not. No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we separated.
Good.
Alicia, we don't know if you know, but our show is about giving flowers. We've seen so many artists and they want to praise them, after they're gone. We wanted to change that narrative. We want to give people literally their flowers while they're alive. We didn't make that statement up, but we're making it famous and we're keeping it famous. So we literally wanted to give you your flowers so you can know that. Let's make some noise for that.
Come on, that's for real. You give this to everybody that come or just me?
It's a new thing, but
you're the first one with the purple.
Yeah.
All right, this is just for me.
That's an exclusive one right
there. Yeah, that's exclusive.
This looks special. This is golden.
Yes.
We got the beautiful. They gonna last 10.
I don't know about that.
No, the gold roses. Yeah.
Oh, the gold one? Oh, okay.
Sure. The purple one.
I don't know about
and the purple one, I didn't even know.
The purple tape. There you go.
Yeah, the purple tape.
And y'all know that I love purple.
Yes,
I love the purple tape. This is fire. I love this.
Yes, thank you so much.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
Fire.
So, okay. So we didn't get to Only You. Let's get to Only You on the new album.
Okay. All right.
What made you go mess with that one?
So first of all, the album is called Keys, right? And it's the double album, and it has 2 sides. The first is called Originals, and the other one is called Unlocked. So Originals is like that classic AK, piano, songwriter, those vibes, those ones you could sing at the top of your lungs. And then Unlocked, which is the other side, is the one that me and Mike Will connected, and we sampled the originals and made a whole nother record out of those.
Wow.
So it's sick. So Only You is one of my favorite songs, but I'm trying to figure out if you got both sides, because you might have just got
You, I got Skydive, I got Best of Me, I got La La, I got Nat King Cole.
Yup.
Is It Insane? Come For Me with Khalil, which was, I forgot how good Khalil is. You reminded me
Khalid,
of that.
but Khalid, yeah,
you know it's me.
That's okay.
Old Memories.
Right.
Love When You Call My Name. Daffodils.
Daffodils.
What is Daffodils?
You gotta do the remix, Daffodils.
What is Daffodils? I was like, I didn't want to Google it. I just wanted to ask you.
See, he love a Google. You love a Google.
Yeah, is that flowers?
You be like diagnosing yourself in Google?
No, I be fucking up. I be messing up when I Google. I be getting confused and just give up a lot of the time.
But daffodils are actually the first, I just learned this recently, it's the first flower that blooms after the winter. And so the vibe is that, you know, you can come back after a dark time. You know what I mean? So that's what daffodils is about. And it is a flower.
Okay, it is a flower. See, I was on point.
You know, you got this.
Yeah.
Flowers.
So I'm bouncing all over the place. But one of my favorite joints is when you sample ODB.
That is I sampled Brooklyn Zoo, and it was for Girlfriend.
Girlfriend, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So what made you go into that zone and you actually like sung? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what made you just say, you know what? Because that's like, you know, it's so hard to recreate a classic, a record that's already a classic, and then so many people are going to judge it because they're going to say, well, it's not as good as Brooklyn Zoo, or it is as good. What made you take on that task?
I just had no idea at the time.
Wow.
I didn't even know people was going to give a fuck or not.
Wow.
To be honest, because it was my very first record. Like I said, I love Wu very much. So that piano was so dirty, but it was the piano. The drums were so heavy and so hard. And for me, it just was ill as a singer to be able to, and who played the piano, to take those two and create a song around it. To me, that was just like some brilliant shit. So the last thing I was thinking about was whether I was messing with a classic or anything. I just didn't even know how that went yet. You know, it's like at a certain point, you don't even have any limitations. There's nothing inside your head that's telling you can't do it. You're just gonna try. You know, there's shit you just tried. You was like, whatever, they're gonna tell me.
Such a classic, though.
Okay,
I'll be scared.
But how that get in your head?
Because I hate it now. Like when people do my records over, I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, people be sending me records and they be like, look, I did your record over. I'm like, I didn't give you permission to do that.
Different as an MC. As an MC, it's gonna be different. I think it's different as an MC to tackle another MC's record. Is what I'm saying.
Well, but then that's even more harder for.
There might be more creative liberty if you're singing over the joint.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind someone singing over my joint as opposed to rapping and trying to rap like me. I think that's what it is. It's easier for that.
Which is different.
So, okay, but we spoke on Empire State earlier, but we spoke about the incidental performance. How is this record even put together? Jay calls you and he goes, I got $1 billion. Just
like that?
I don't know why. I keep changing these voices. I'm doing a horrible job, by the way. But how does he
kind of sounded like him.
I tried to, right? I tried to like a little bit. But I was fucking up. But so how does he have the record? Do you have the record? Are y'all in Sony? What's this going on?
In this particular case, he had the record. He was reaching out for me to do the record for a minute, and he was going through, he was being respectful, going through the proper channels at the time. And for whatever reason, the people that represent me at the time did not tell me about the record.
Wow.
I don't know why. I don't know what, if maybe they felt another thing, or I really don't know.
Right.
So finally he called me and he was like, man, I've been trying to get you this record. This record is special. This is Empire. It's called Empire State of Mind. I want you to hear it. It's about New York, and obviously nobody can do it but you. You know, you and Mary. Like, there's the only two that can do it.
Wow, I didn't even think of Mary.
Yeah,
because Beyonce from Houston, so yeah, that's true. It wouldn't make sense. All right, yeah.
I was like, what? Right, exactly. So anyway, I was like, I couldn't believe that it didn't get to me, and it definitely created a whole new thing for me to make sure that I was like in front of my shit, because so many people, you trust them to handle your stuff and to do their thing for you, and you don't know what's coming back to you or what's not coming back to you, and sometimes that's crazy. Because could you imagine that Empire never got to me?
Wow. But when you heard the record, did you know this was immediately a monster, or you was like? Because you know what it is, sometimes when we make regional records, and although New York is a big market, I'm sure when people, from Ja Rule making a Love New York record, and a lot of people get critiqued of us because they say that we're cocky. New Yorkers, we're cocky. So was it any time when you thought like, damn, because it is a regional record, although it's a global record.
It is.
But it's regional because if you're really not from New York, you're not going to have that little mama spirit to jump on the stage. You understand what I'm saying? She was correct because she felt the spirit.
She was like, this
you know
is
what I'm saying?
my town.
That's exactly what you wanted. It's just not on the stage at that stage. But you know what I'm trying to say? But so I'm saying, when you first heard it, did you know immediately that this is gonna? Because I believe they changed Frank Sinatra record. They took it out, and this is the new New York City anthem. Did you know that when you heard it?
I don't think I knew all that. I didn't know all that. I definitely felt it. You could feel it. You could feel it had a spirit. You could feel the way the chorus changed. You could feel that that beginning of that chorus was already kind of in the space. You could start to feel what it felt like. So I only operate from an emotional space. I don't really know how to go from a place where I'm like, this is a smash. I don't work like that. I just don't even know how to think like that. So it was emotional for me, and I felt it. It's my city. I loved it, and I just felt attracted to it. So I went for it. I actually had to record it a couple times. The first time I recorded it in LA, and the shit just didn't work. I thought it worked. I thought it sounded good, but he called me and he was like, you think you're gonna be able to do them vocals again? And I was like, what? What's wrong with my vocals? My vocals are fresh.
Hold on, I don't know if I would have called you. I would have just kept the vocals.
I'm pretty sure he didn't really want to call me.
Right.
But to be honest and to be fair, I was sick. And I was trying to turn the record around for him. He asked me for it by a certain time, so I was sick, and I went in and I did it. And you could kind of
So you knew that he was right in some way.
When he called me, I was mad, but I was like, what you mean? But then I agreed. And he was like, another thing, you know how on the record you always be like, could you do that on there? So he had his request. So I went back in, I did it in New York. I was feeling better. The energy was right. You can't do a New York record in LA. That's just like...
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
This is like wrong.
Can't be at Circle House in Miami recording that shit.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I don't make New York records though.
That was the vibe, and then I flipped it, did it again, and it was what it is right now. So, but now that it is literally the not only New York record, but I'll never forget the biggest moment for me was I was in Paris, and it was the first time I was performing a record. It was the first time that I performed a record by myself. And if you remember, I did a version of the record that was just me on piano. Because I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this J thing every time. Like, I'm never going to be able to perform it. And so I did a broken down version of it. And that's actually... When we talk about keys and we talk about original and unlocked, we would call the broken down version of Empire my original, and we would call the original version of Empire my unlocked version. That's kind of the concept of what unlocked and keys come from. And so anyway, when I did my version, I was in Paris and I was about to perform it, and I was like, I didn't know how it was gonna go over. I'm like, first of all, they speak another language. Are they even gonna understand me? And then I'm like, New York, and we're in Paris. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know, I went out, the entire audience, top of their lungs,
knew word for word.
Every word. And I just
That's a powerful record.
That was one of them records that came out, and I knew all the words the same day. Like I knew, like I was like, I mean, because it was a problem. Like I felt the little mama spirit. Like I was not saying that like being funny. I'm actually like I was like. I did it too. Like I was like, I was.
You wanted to rush the stage.
Yeah, I did it in my mind. Like I told you, I did it in my mind. So, it's just one of those. Like, in fact, every winter, it's like my tradition. I go back to New York, where I'm from, and I have to hear that record. I have to hear that record going down 34th Street. Like I cannot complete my winter without riding down 34th Street. For some reason...
What you riding in?
I'm pretty much in when I'm in New York. I'm pretty much incognito.
Oh, you got
I'm probably in a truck. I'm probably in a truck, yeah.
Right.
But it reminds me of, Home Alone and these Christmas spirit, songs that you have to hear it. Like, I'm Puerto Rican.
Remind you of Christmas?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Did it come out around Christmas?
I don't know, but you know why? It's just that perfect snow record. When it's snowing,
Google it,
I just want to hear that. And you know what I Googled to you today? that all of your albums, like you're really...
Google needs to pay up.
Yeah, Google owe me some money. Look, but you really a big dog. Like, you know, when I was making records, they would keep me in the summer because it's easier to push an artist in the summer. All of your album, October, I told you it's winter. It's a winter record. I told you I'm on point, motherfucker.
No, you're right.
But you really, all of your albums came out within November. It's only 2 of your albums that came out in the summer.
The first one came out in the summer?
Yep, and I forget which other one.
Maybe Here.
And,
yeah, Alicia
but
came out.
All of the other ones
fourth quarter.
Was fourth quarter. And what I used to,
the big
listen, the big CEOs used to tell me, you can't come out fourth quarter. You a go, dude. You gonna stay your ass in the summertime. I never got offered, and I'm looking at it, I said, damn, all of your shit was fourth quarter. Because you know what that means? That when they drop you fourth quarter, they means that you are the sure shot for them to make all their money back. So they push you, Jay, DMX, and all of you guys to the fourth quarter because y'all are sure shot. Did you know that?
You know, I happen to be aware of that.
Of course she knows that.
I love the applause. Yeah, man, that's a big deal.
No, but honestly, it's kind of wild, and I putting out songs in A minor. That was my first record in the summer. Man, it's something that feels so good about a summer record. You got the festivals, you got the parades, I remember being in the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yeah, we was claiming you for a long time. We thought you was Puerto Rican. Yeah, we was claiming you for a long time.
My godmother is Puerto Rican.
So we riding with that. That's just it. That's close enough. Yeah, we are riding. We got Alicia. Yeah, but you was performing at the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
And I loved it. There was something so good about the summer. You could go, you know, there's a different energy in the winter. You trying to figure out where you're going to perform and not freeze. It's just different. Everybody's kind of rushing to be home. It's a different vibe. I feel like the summer. So my point is, even though maybe you wanted to be offered the fourth quarter, I think the summer was like, right.
Yeah, but you was a short shot. I don't mind either. So, moving on. So, what was your first acting movie? Because, like, you have so much movies too. Like, holy moly guacamole.
Hey.
Yeah, so like, and they said that you was signed at 12. You was making music at 12 and had a record deal at 15?
My first record deal was, I guess, it was right out of high school. I graduated high school early, so I was about 16.
I had a record deal.
And I did. Wow. I had a record deal. I was signed to Columbia Records, and I was accepted to Columbia University.
Wow.
And I just knew that was some shit. I was like,
Columbia Records and Columbia University.
This means something. I know it means something.
You ever been to Columbia? The country?
That's what he wants you to add to that.
You might owe Columbia something. There's too much Columbia. Yeah, gotta call Recorded Medellin.
Is it?
So, was it Tommy Mottola when you was in Columbia?
At the time, it was Donnie Ienner.
I
think Tommy had already maybe not. Something had transitioned with Tommy.
Okay, him and Mariah was going through it, baby?
At the time, I ain't know shit about none of that shit. I was like, I don't know. You know?
And then you got to work with Clive Davis.
And then Columbia fucked it up. And I know they killing themselves to this day because they did it with me and they did it with Aretha Franklin. FYI.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what they did to Aretha. What did they do to her?
They didn't know what to do with her. They didn't know how to, she didn't start having she's had her records that didn't really blow on Columbia. And then she,
released.
she went on and then she started getting those big records.
Wow.
So they just didn't really know what to do with a real artist and with an artist that was different. So many of these places, they just marketing and they just commercialism and they just don't know how to think of nothing new. So it was a blessing. It was
a blessing for them to
It was definitely Donnie Ienner for sure.
Did you see the Chaka Khan versus? Auntie got a little lit.
I heard.
Chaka Khan's ill.
I heard Auntie
Auntie got a little lit. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, that's Auntie right there. She was drinking cognac, I think.
I thought they drank Ciroc.
I'm thinking it was Ciroc.
I thought they called it Ciroc Khan.
They might have been. Yeah. So.
But she is a legend and a genius, and her pairing with Stephanie Mills was like one of the most incredible pairings ever. And what I loved from seeing the playbacks, I loved the sisterhood. Like you could see how, you know, certain times now I think sometimes artists don't necessarily connect so powerfully. Although you do meet people that you do connect with, but it's so separate. But them, like you could see her like she was there for her. You know, she was not gonna leave her out. She was gonna be with her the whole time. She was gonna like make it the energy beautiful. And I just thought that sisterhood was really, really, really beautiful. And you know what? That's a big show. Like people, you get nervous. You know what I mean? And you definitely
you want a little bit of Ciroc.
You might need to try to feel like you calm down, but that doesn't take away from her legendary style.
No, not at all.
She's so crazy.
I see Chaka Khan at Soho House. I was so scared to get up and say hi to her.
Right? Because she is gonna cut you
Where, here in Miami?
No, in LA.
Oh.
In LA, and I forgot who I was with. I was like, can you see if I could say hi to her? And by the time they came back, she had already left. And I was like, it's Chaka Khan. I just gotta take the loss. Yeah, I was like, I just gotta take the loss.
It's okay.
What the hell? Like, you know. So, you watch Verzuz, obviously.
Definitely.
Obviously.
I mean, I was there at the inception.
It's a part of the family. The family business.
Verzuz.
Yes.
I was there.
Okay, what was the inception of that? Let's just go there.
Well, this is my version of the inception.
Okay, all right, cool.
My version of the inception was I went down to the garage and I walked in and you know he's over there on IG and I'm like shit. If I walk over there, he gonna make me get on the camera. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay over here. So I was watching him and he was like da 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 da. And I was like, I wonder what he's doing. Who's he talking to? I was like, but if I go over there, he gonna make me get on the camera. I don't want to be on the camera. It's late. So I went upstairs. Next time I come back downstairs. He's gone. And so I was like, I wonder where he went. So I go to sleep. 3 in the morning, babe, you're never gonna believe what happened. I'm like, what happened? I was just on IG with Tim. Me and Tim, we went crazy. And I killed him for sure, I'm telling you. I said, so what was happening? We was battling. He was playing a record, I was playing a record, he was playing, what? And then everybody was just coming to the spot. It was crazy. I started to lose reception, so I had to go up the street and finish in a car. And I'm like, you finished in a car? Yeah, and I killed him in the car. I was like, okay, all right, that's fire. That sounds sick. I went to bed. And that was literally the beginning of Verzuz. Like that transformed into all that. Crazy. Okay. You need a Verzuz. Are you okay? Because you have.
Yeah, I'm great. I do this. So you know where I'm going with this, right? You know what the next question is.
You might have not Googled. Go ahead.
Would you do Verzuz?
He ain't Googled it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but y'all was so friendly. I wanted you to like.
You needed to be a little bit more aggressive, right?
I totally forgot about
Although.
that. Yeah. I
didn't Google it.
Yeah.
I do think that I personally need another Verzuz. I think we got to do it.
Who would you want to battle?
Who y'all think I should be with on?
Who?
You said Elton John? Who?
Elton fucking John? He just said Elton John.
Not Elton John. Who said Elton John?
I don't know,
actually,
Mary.
that was kind of ill on the keys.
No, it definitely, but Elton John has like 60 years of music. Like 60 years. I got a lot, but like, that's a lot. Wow.
Sade.
But Erykah Badu did Jill Scott, which was one of my favorites. That was like one of my favorite verses.
Well, if Jada Kiss could battle twice, you can. Mariah? Wow. Beyonce.
Who said that, Charlie?
Beyonce or Rihanna. That's hard.
That's a good one.
That's hard.
That's a good one. All right, I like that. Me, B, or Re. Y'all vote.
Yeah. So, recently we had Kanye on here, right? And he does this Sunday service.
Yes.
Have you ever attended a Sunday service?
I have been to one Sunday service, and I also have watched Sunday service, and I really love, I love his vibe with Sunday service. I think it's really, really special. And he's like the only one that could do it.
Word.
You know, just in the way that he does it, that makes it such a visual experience and then kind of an emotional experience. So, yeah.
Okay.
Love that.
All right, I'm going to name your albums, and I want you to say something about them as I name them.
Okay.
Tell me where you was at when you were making them. Or
like
whatever,
what I was feeling, where I was at, what was happening.
Whatever you...
You know, you jump around a lot.
I love that. Yes, I do.
I gotta keep up with you.
Yes, I do.
We ain't even with Quick Time with Slime yet.
We ain't even with Quick Time with Slime yet. It's gonna give
we
me.
got slime?
Yeah, Quick Time. Yeah. Okay. Songs in a minor.
First of all, it's A minor, my G.
Oh yes, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic.
That's okay.
All right.
That's okay. Don't worry.
All right.
He's gonna use dyslexic.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
it. Goes a long way.
Use it all day.
It goes a long way.
That just made me feel bad. Though. I was like, oh, my fault. Songs in A minor, 135th between 5th and Lenox.
Woo.
1 6-floor walk-up, 1-bedroom apartment, no heat, blazing hot.
MMG Cafe? What's the cafe that you...
Pan.
Pans.
Pan.
Damn, I felt the fried fish just
yes,
now.
so good. In the closet with a blanket over, recording vocals, listening to records for hours and hours, trying to figure out how could I produce them, how could I make them sound as good as Isaac Hayes and Mary and like, you know, Smokey Robinson and Marvin Gaye and like those joints that was timeless forever and never went to sleep, singing at the top of my lungs. Dude on the corner called me hit a high note every time I walked back to the spot. Hit a high note, I heard you last night. That's Songs in A minor.
Okay. The Diary of Alicia Keys.
The Diary of Alicia Keys. I had just moved to Jersey. I thought I was...
That money was coming.
I thought I was big time.
Yeah.
I thought I could get me a little spot. I just wanted a little spot, or like a little house, like a little thing. All of a sudden, everything kind of turned around. I didn't really have that much money that I thought I couldn't make the rent anymore for the spot that I was renting. And I was stressed out, but I knew that it was going to work out. And I promised I would never live in Jersey ever again, because I was never going to pay to get anywhere. Don't charge me to leave or come back in. And I never, so I went somewhere.
You're talking about the tolls?
The tolls.
Oh, okay.
So I went somewhere I could get a free bridge, and I ended up in Queens.
Long Island? Queens. Where at? Okay, first of all, where was you at in Jersey? Do you remember?
The first time, honestly, it was such a blur. It was like such a bad time. I just didn't even remember.
So you don't even remember? But you remember where you was at in Queens?
Rosedale.
Okay.
Rosedale. My first house, Queens, Rosedale.
Wow. You know that's where 50 Cent is from. 50 Cent from around the corner. Yeah.
But where are you from?
I'm from Left Rack City. God damn it, make some noise for me.
Hey!
I'm very proud.
Right?
Holy shit. So
50 from Rosedale?
50's from around there. Yeah, he's from Roxdale.
Yeah, I don't think Rosedale.
Yeah, he's from Roxdale.
That don't add up.
Yeah.
But I get you.
Yeah. Okay, so let me finish the albums.
Okay. Yeah, you took me there. I was lost.
As I Am.
As I Am. I had a major breakdown. I didn't know how to handle all the things. I felt like I was supposed to handle everything and I was supposed to be perfect. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to be it, and I felt like I was sinking. And I had to leave. I couldn't take it anymore. And so I left, and it was the first time that I went on a trip for myself.
To Egypt? Is that when you went to Egypt?
That's when I went to Egypt.
Okay.
I actually went to Egypt and Italy. You know, I'm half black and half Italian.
Wow.
So I didn't even realize when I picked those two, there was like a homecoming in a way, like a trip for me that was going to mean something. And so when I came back from that, I started changing everything. I had a bunch of fake friends. I had people that they weren't fake, but they just wanted what they wanted, and it wasn't in line, and I had to kind of babysit everybody, and I just cut off all the excess energy. And I remember I just decided, like, I can create what I want to create. I don't have to do anything that don't feel right for me. And it was the first time that I really expressed my own individuality, and I made major changes, and it changed everything.
Wow.
I fired business managers, lawyers, all these fake ass people that want to steal from you.
Yeah.
And it was finished.
So that was a shift for you.
Switched it. It was a big shift, that record, which is why it sounded like that.
Okay. The element of freedom, which is kind of ironic because you kind of like describing that, like leaving that album. So it makes sense that you went to the element of freedom, but I want you to say it in your words.
The element of freedom, yeah, I know. When I think about it, I felt so empowered naming the album Element of Freedom. It wasn't until I looked back on it that I realized, well, the element don't make no damn sense. It's just a tiny little bit. Like an element is a tiny bit of freedom. Here I was thinking I was like having all this freedom, but the words I was choosing was small. And so that's kind of, at the time, I had to break out of thinking small. I had to break out, although Element is where Empire was, Element is where Try Sleeping with a Broken Heart was. Element was like a big European record for me too. Like Europe went crazy over Element of Freedom. And it was like my coming out of, my beginning of coming out of anything that I had maybe held on to before and like leaving it behind. But I still needed a lot. I still needed a lot of transition. So, you know he's gonna get so deep. Drink.
Yeah. So that brings me to Girl on Fire.
Oh, Girl on Fire, you couldn't tell me shit. I remember people was like, you not a little bit nervous that you calling this album Girl on Fire? I was like, why? I'm a fucking girl on fire. And I didn't even get what they were talking about. They were kind of saying, like, I guess they were saying if you say Girl on Fire, but if it don't end up being that hot, what's gonna happen to you?
Oh, I thought they was talking about like the Richard Pryor type of fire.
Oh shit!
I didn't mean it like that.
Like I was gonna get burned?
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought you said. I thought you said no. I thought you said that's why people was like you was chasing yourself that you didn't see on fire.
Although I did throw my brother I got a younger brother and I threw him like his 18th birthday and it was fresh and we went to the go-kart spot, the racing spot, and we were in the racing spot, and I surprised him. I brought like his friends from wherever, the family was there, we rented it out, I felt like I was doing it big, it was crazy, he was so happy, he was so excited, we were in the back, cheers brother, I love you, boom, and I went back like this, and there was a candle behind my hair, and then my ladies know when you put like the hairspray and all this stuff in the...
So you was a girl on fire.
And all I know is, thank God Swizzy was with me. He was like, bang, 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 bang. I was like, why you fucking hit my head? And it was on fire. So that was during that album, and to your point.
Yeah, you wrote that.
I should have been careful.
She had a Richard Pryor moment.
See? Oh my gosh. But Girl on Fire was on fire. I had my first baby. I got rid of a bunch of negative motherfuckers that needed to be out of my life.
Wow.
It was about removing that toxic bullshit. And I was on fire for real. There was I felt myself, and I was like, I had a space for myself, and nobody could tell me some shit that wasn't right because I knew for myself.
Now, you just said that title was hard, but this title is harder to me here because it's just like, to me, that's being cocky without being cocky. Because you say it here, and most people say, I'm here forever. So I think, but I can't put those words in your mouth. What were you saying by saying here?
I remember I was gonna name here King of New York.
Ooh, okay.
I've said I'm the King of New York.
I respect that. I ain't gonna say no to you.
I deserve to be considered the king, not the queen, not the princess, the king of New York.
I wanna make some noise for that. It's okay. You got 90 million records to back that statement up.
So I started to kind of bring some of the other kings in New York in. I was, building with Nas, Q-Tip, Jay, and I was just like, how you feel about this? I want to call it King of New York. People had such an adverse reaction to it. It was so interesting how that rubbed people in a certain way.
Because you're asking the other kings of New York, though.
And they didn't. I don't feel it was more like they were kind of considering it for me, like as a brother, like to their sister, more like that. Not like they was hating. They was, Anyway, so I decided to call it Here because I realized that was even more powerful to what I was feeling at the time. And that record to me is one of my most undiscovered jewels. To me, that record is my Purple Rain. Like that one is one of my most special, important records. And it was a big transition for me. It's my love letter to New York. You really hear it. You hear it in every skit. Our brother Pick was on that record before he passed.
God bless.
There is a whole energy that's in there that's so real. And so I decided to call it Here because, not because I'm here, but because I'm present. Like, I'm here and I'm experiencing myself in this moment, and I'm being honest with everything that I'm going through and feeling. And so I'm here. And that's the way I looked at it. And so I love that record. That's one of my favorite, that's like one of my favorite records, my baby.
So then you self-titled the album, Alicia.
Alicia.
What made you do that?
Alicia came because I realized that I started to really know who I was and who I am. And Alicia is a very complicated individual. We're all complicated individuals. We all got all these different sides to us. And I remember I was having a conversation with my husband, and he was like, you know, why don't you ever tell anybody you're Italian? And I was like, what? Why don't you tell anybody that you're Italian?
Italian.
And I was like, people know that I'm Italian. What are you talking about? He was like, ask anybody, but you don't know you're Italian. And I was like, huh? What is the point? He was like, I just feel like you like not fully sharing everything. Like there's so many ill parts to you and you don't share all of it. And that was the first time that I really thought, well, maybe there is stuff that I'm holding back that I didn't realize. And so Alicia was really about uncovering, like, who is Alicia on multiple levels? Who are we all on multiple levels? Like, we feel like we have to be this one side or this one type or this one version, or this person makes you happy, so I'm gonna be like that, and this person makes my girls happy, so I'm gonna be like that. But, like, who are you? And that, to me, that's like
self-discovery.
That was my stake in the ground. Like, this is who I am.
All right, let's make some noise for that.
Hey.
And then the last one, 2021, is the Keys. And it's a double album.
I never did a double album before. You ever did a double album? That shit ain't no joke.
I ain't got that much thought process.
Okay, it cut off.
I'm an ABC dude.
Dyslexia.
After D, I'm fucked up. AB, I gotta be
Eight
ABC.
songs. Eight songs be good.
Yeah, so
Keys is really about, like, listen, there's two sides of me, there's two sides of all of this, there's many sides of all of us. I have my original me, I have the one that you might expect me to be. I'm behind the keys, I got that music, I got that soulfulness, and I also have a whole other side of me that you probably not gonna expect, and I wanna blow your mind with both of them. They're gonna be all about the piano, they're gonna be all about the shit only I could do. This is my world, you can't do what I do, and you're gonna love it because it's this experience that's just like pure and real and honest, and you're gonna feel it right here.
I love that shit. Damn.
Keys.
Damn. I want to buy the album now.
Yes.
Put it on sale now.
Yes.
Holy
Original
moly.
AK, unlocked AK. Original N.O.R.E, unlocked.
Hold up. Holy shit, you got me hyped, girl. Hold on. All right, so look, now this is the time of the game. We're playing Quick Time with Slime.
Where's the slime?
Okay, no, it's no slime. There's no slime.
So why we say slime?
Because that's a word I made up back in the day.
Okay, fine.
Okay, but look, this is what we do.
Ready.
So you could pick one or the other, and it's nothing. But if you pick both, or you want to be political and you say neither, then you take a shot.
Both of you.
Okay?
Okay, wait, I pick one or the other if I want to be political.
Yeah, if you want to be political.
Is that the shot?
No.
We say for you to pour that.
Okay.
Right here. Miss Alicia.
No, you can pour the shot in there. Yeah. And I'm gonna drink Japanese whiskey. Holy shit.
What's your drink, babe?
I'm drinking Japanese whiskey.
Obviously, Ace of Spades is major.
Yes, we love Ace of Spades.
I see.
I don't know if you know that.
I see. We like it.
This is one of the best champagnes on the planet. I don't know
we
if
like
you know
Ace
this.
of Spades.
And we also promote Ciroc like a mother flipper.
We like
you know what I'm saying?
Ciroc
Because we are here.
Or you got marijuana.
Don't drink that, please.
Marijuana.
Yes,
Mama Juana, Dominican Mama Juana.
Yes.
What is that?
He just likes to be crazy.
Can I smell
it? Yeah. So this is how it happens.
Is it gonna kill you?
Yeah. You're not gonna make any more of your interviews.
Is it?
Yeah. I just be playing.
Kill you? Oh wow. It smells herbal.
It is herbal.
Okay.
The herbal shit gets you to crazy.
You could do ceremonies with this.
Have you ever tried Gugong Chu?
Oh yeah.
We used to drink that here.
We have that.
We retired it here.
Gugong, Tiger, Baji. We do all that. Yeah.
What's happening? So that's the latest.
No, we ain't been getting
Dominican
Gugong
version.
and Baji since COVID because it came from China, so they shut our shipment down. Yeah.
And then we just never continued.
And plus, we was kind of a little scared. Like,
so wait a minute, but what do you do? Like when do you get a shot?
Oh, I'm doing it with you.
No, we all drink.
We're gonna drink
All right,
with
so
you.
if I choose the middle ground,
If you're
If you're politically correct,
yeah.
then we drinking.
Yeah. Okay.
I like
And I feel like you're going to be politically
so
correct.
This is unlocked AK. No, this is unlocked AK, not politically correct.
Okay, cool. Because you have a lot of friends.
I do have a lot of friends. I love everybody. This is what it is.
Okay.
We still friends.
All right, we're gonna start out. I don't know where you're gonna go.
Does everybody have a drink though?
Yeah. Everybody got a drink.
You
can do a little pour.
Yeah, you can do a little pour.
Go small.
Okay. It's gonna be a while.
How long is this game?
You can shorten the pour. Shorten the pour.
You can shorten the pour. Yeah. Okay. Drake or Wayne?
Wayne.
Scarface or Ice Cube?
Face.
Outkast or Mobb Deep?
Outkast.
People, y'all betting over there?
And I know you just worked with Kanye because I just spoke to him.
That was a hard one.
I just spoke to him.
That was so hard. Go ahead.
You was working with Kanye in New York.
Yeah. Big love to Ye.
Kanye or Pharrell?
Ye.
And you answering these pretty easy.
Yeah, she's not drinking at all.
All right. Pusha T or... I got the wrong one? Oh, shit. I'm so sorry.
That's not the one?
Yo.
Who was that one for?
Yo.
Who was that one for?
Well, great. She didn't drink.
Who answered that one?
No, First question is air or water?
Thank you. That should have been stopped me. I'm so sorry. Those were the other questions.
All right, but wait,
we are drunk.
Who were those for?
That was for Big Sean.
Okay. Was that hard for Big Sean?
These are crafted just for you.
I'm ready.
From these two guys, Colombian and a Dominican.
Come on, Colombian and Dominican. I'm ready.
Those two guys, okay. This is more like it. Queen Latifah or MC Light?
La. Oh. But I love them both, but La.
All right.
I said that second.
Okay, Foxy or Little Kim?
Kim.
This one, you taking a shot. You ready?
Okay.
Eve or Missy? Take a shot, girl.
Why you want me to shoot? Let's take a shot.
Yeah, take a shot.
That was too big.
Okay.
I'm gonna go smaller next time.
All right, yeah, you can go smaller.
Like that.
No problem. Cam or Mace? Harlem.
Taking a shot?
Now I just want to think about it for 2 seconds.
Harlem love you too much to speak.
I'm gonna say Cam.
Okay. You're funny.
What?
Swizz or Timberland?
The fact they even put that in there.
That's the...
You know the answer to that one next.
We should drink just for that.
Right.
Yeah, I think we should drink just for that. Okay, SWV or Escape?
S double. U to the V. S double.
Okay.
U to the V. I was just talking about Coco.
Okay, ODB or Bismarcky?
That is a hard one.
You go poquito on your shot.
I did.
I warned you.
I need a major un poquito. I'm gonna say Biz because he's classic and he's... That shit is hard.
Yeah, ODB's classic too. Yeah, take a shot.
Take a shot. Fuck it.
Okay. All right, this one...
Wait, Paco, we're taking a shot.
Oh, yes, I'm in.
Yeah, stop cheating.
I'm sorry.
Shit. That's big. You should be
This
careful.
one right here, I don't know where you're going to go with it because it's girl power. And these are two of the most relevant female rap artists right now. Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. They both got your phone number.
I see what y'all try to do with that. Right there.
Salud.
How long this game gonna last?
Yeah. Don't worry, it gets easier.
I'm gonna have to come with it.
It gets easier.
This one I don't know where you're going with. NWA or Wu-Tang?
It's gonna be Wu, because I told you Wu was like my
I respect that.
Talking about Ray right here.
Brandy or Monica?
I'm gonna go for Monica.
Oh, okay. Whitney or Janet?
What type of question is that?
Yeah.
It's a drinking type.
That's two totally different.
It's not.
All right, I'm going for Whitney.
Okay.
I'm going for Whitney.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Yes. What?
Biggie or Big L?
Oh.
I'm gonna just level my shot up.
Dang, that was hard. There's no choosing between Biggie and Big L.
No, I don't think you should.
Good
Like,
answer.
period.
Good answer.
That's dangerous.
Great answer. That is the correct answer. Mariah or Mary J?
Mary.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what you're gonna pick on this one. LA or Miami? Even though we in Miami right now.
That's hard. New York.
I'm taking a shot for that. I'm taking a shot for that. That should be my answer. Holy shit.
That's it.
I'm taking a shot.
All right, go for that. Listen, how much do you drink?
That was fire.
How many days per week is this show?
Yo, this is the second time someone asked
Yes,
that.
they worried about us. Yeah, they worried about us. We do
You
balance.
okay?
We
You
do
good?
balance. Yes, we have.
Like, you gonna be like drinking
we
green
do
juice
green
tomorrow?
juice. Ginger shots.
tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
ginger
My
shots.
wife owns a juice bar. Yes.
Okay, we good.
Okay. All right.
Nah, you got him.
All right.
Got you.
Chris Brown or Usher?
Usher.
That was deep. Trey Songz or Jeremiah?
Trey.
Okay, this one is very tricky.
This one's one of those.
Meant to be tricky.
Okay.
DMX or Tupac?
There's no choosing
Yeah,
between
I agree
X
with you.
and Pac,
I
period.
agree with you. I agree.
Rest in peace to both.
Yes.
I definitely don't know where we're going to go with this one. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Okay. Don't know where you're going to go with this one neither. This is pretty funny. Salt and Pepper or the City Girls? It's pretty funny. I liked this one.
Salt and pepper.
You got to go Salt and Pepper. You got to. I feel like you went to Halloween at Salt and Pepper once. Never?
As the whole group?
Went to what?
Like Halloween, you dressed up as Salt
I
and Pepper?
need to though. I think next year.
I feel like
Yeah, I need that. Yeah,
Okay.
I never did that. I never got into Halloween like that.
You never really dressed up for Halloween?
I dressed up, but I don't go crazy. Not everybody going bananas. I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus, it's
yeah.
like a major thing to
I
keep
seen
up
Nas
with.
with Scarface. I went as
Nas with Scarface?
Yeah, he went as Scarface. I went as the dodgeball guy once.
I don't know who that
I
is.
feel like that was believable that I could play dodgeball.
No, you didn't. Did you?
Yeah, I did. I went as That's what I said. 1 year.
You sure wasn't on set for your video?
No, I wore the outfit for 30 minutes and I said, let's get it out. And I took it off. So I did dress up 1 year. I'm going to try to get into it because even Jay-Z, and then I see Fabulous dressed up. I said, it's really just me. I'm the only bozo.
Yeah, you
that
need to
don't
get
want,
into
I got to
it.
get into
Let's
it. I gotta
get into it. Me and you.
I'm going to get Halloween. You know what it is? And nobody dresses up as N.O.R.E for Halloween. You don't like it. I don't like it. I be looking at your pictures. Nobody wants to be me.
That's true.
Nobody?
Nah.
Not one of you motherfuckers want to dress like
how could they be you? Would they hold this habiki in their hand?
And say they're dyslexic the whole time.
Absolutely.
What would they say?
That's all you gotta do.
Okay, I like that.
I like to thank you, partner.
I think they just had to walk around.
Let me Google that.
I know what you're gonna say for this one,
All right.
but I gotta ask you.
All right, you don't know
the
me.
Locks or the Migos?
Locks.
See, I knew you.
Locks. I mean, Jada is one of the greatest of all time,
Yeah.
period. End of story. So is Chic.
Okay. Even though I asked you this earlier, I'm gonna reiterate it. Just make sure you still with the same decision. Pharrell or Kanye?
Yay.
Okay. You said that earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. You went with
Say
yeah.
yay. What do you think?
I'm going with Pharrell.
Okay.
I love Kanye as a person.
Okay.
And I'm about to be down with Donda's media.
All right,
I'm
good
about
for
to
you.
be with that. But I
with that.
can't erase my history.
I
Me and
feel you.
Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? I
that's-
can't erase our history.
Super Thug, come on.
Okay. Friday or house party?
Friday for life. I love Friday. Although, my love did throw me a house party. But that was after I threw him the Coming to America party. Who won? Coming to America or house party?
You know I got your back.
Thank you.
I'm with
Thank you.
I'm with you. Okay, all right, this is getting great. 90s or 2000? Any criteria of hip hop you want?
90s or,
music in general.
2000s. Music in general, 90s or 2000s. 90s or 2000s. 90s.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I think 90s.
Okay. Coming to America or Harlem Nights?
Oh. That's hard. I'm gonna go for Harlem Nights.
Oh. Yeah. I thought you was gonna say Coming to America.
I'm gonna go for Harlem Nights.
I actually, now that I think about it, I was going with Coming to America until you said that, because you know why?
Everybody's in Harlem Nights.
Everybody's in Harlem Nights. That is crazy. Like,
crazy.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. Okay. Illmatic or Ready to Die?
Didn't we ask her that in a different way already?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't you?
No.
We didn't say Biggie or Nas?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
Let me just think about this. Illmatic or Ready to Die?
It's they both first two albums. It's too classic to pick.
Yeah, let's just drink. Let's just drink.
Salud.
Cheers to classics. Cheers to classics. Y'all really trying to do me in here, I see.
We're joining you. We're fucked too.
Now, it's going to sound like the same question, but it isn't.
Now, don't ask me some backwards question.
No, it's going to actually sound like the same question, but it's not. Nas or Jay?
Let's take another one. You got.
Yeah, I poured heavy this time.
Yeah.
I was ready.
Just like Cardi and Nicki, they both got your number. You got to be politically correct. You have to. It's just.
Ooh, it's so hot.
Okay.
This must be over soon.
Yeah. Only three questions left.
Only 3 more pages.
Kiss or Pusha T? I didn't expect that reaction.
I am not drinking again currently, so I'm going for Pusha T.
Okay. Whoa, over Kiss? This is different.
I already gave Kiss his flowers.
Okay, that's true.
Oh, she's balancing.
Podcast or radio?
Podcast.
I'm in.
We using that for a drop.
Yeah. And we're putting drink champs.
Well, I love this. You giving me that energy. Again, this is somewhat a trick question, but it's a very simple way to answer this. Loyalty or respect?
I love this question.
Mm-hmm.
It's a highly debated question here.
Technically, you can't have loyalty without respect. So then that means it would have to be respect.
Okay. Yes. All right, we love that.
All right.
We should just drink to that.
Yeah, we're gonna drink to that.
Y'all can drink to that shit?
Yes. So let me ask you.
I love that game. I see the slime.
Yes,
Somebody might throw up.
Yeah, hey man, it
Is that
happens.
what it is? Who threw up? Who threw up
We
on the
can't
show?
blow them up. When the cameras is off.
No, we had people throw up with the cameras on.
Who threw up? Tell me. Who
But it
threw
wasn't
up?
with QuickTime. It was just in general drink champs.
Who threw up?
God, you blow it up.
They deserve to be exposed.
I mean, they did it in class. They were classy about it.
There's a couple of classy throw-ups.
Sadat X.
Okay.
Lamar Odom.
Okay.
Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
Fair.
Lamar, put it like this: we caught Lamar Odom after the show. He was throwing up so much that we didn't even use it.
But did he throw up on the show?
No, he finished the show. He completed it all.
Sadat X was such a G. He threw up and then continued the interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I do think that y'all are missing some buckets.
A bucket?
I feel like they need to be a bucket.
No, we've learned
we know
our
you a
lessons.
gangster.
Yeah,
we know you a gangster.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, we know. Let's make some noise. But I really just I want to let you know, like, Swizz is my brother. Like,
Yes.
me and Swizz, I've been down with Swizz since 1997. I was the first record outside of Rough Riders, that he worked with. It was, because all of his first early music was just with Rough Riders.
Yeah.
And I was down with Swizz so long that they used to call Swizz D's nephew. Like, he technically didn't even have a name.
Yes.
And
wow.
And
like, that's how you knew him.
yeah, I knew him as D. That's what they said.
That's
they said D's
crazy.
nephew. And I remember Swizz coming to the studio and him playing Band from TV. And I never let the beat drop. The beat has, so it's a loop. And we were too thirsty. Like, we were starving MCs. And it was crazy because Nature came, he laid the verse. Pun came and laid a verse. And I went downstairs to smoke a cigarette. And Pun just laid a verse. And I was just mad at Pun. I was just like, yo, I'm erasing that. He's like, you gonna erase that? And
he was not erasing
no, I did not. I did not. Of course not. This is the classic record. And then Cam, and then I always say this to people. And I say, me and Swizz made that in 1997. Swizz is still mad at me to this day.
Wow.
Every time on Drink Champs he's mentioned it, and he was
like,
not happy.
You'll N.O.R.E. live and let the beat drop. Because what I rhymed on was the loop. The beat to Banned from TV never drops. So whenever I put somebody on, or wherever I try to put somebody onto game, I say, I'll go look at Swizz, and I show them, I say, look, this is my friend. We're really friends. And he's still mad at me.
Wait, the beat never dropped for real?
It never really dropped.
Like never.
He said the engineer looped the beginning.
The beat,
the first 8 bars of it.
Yeah.
So the beat never dropped.
So the beat never dropped.
The rest of the beat never dropped.
And he's never forget. Don't get it twisted. We're friends, but
never to be.
Yeah, never dropped. That's
the whole time.
This is the whole. It's just a loop. It's just a loop. Yeah. Just all that. Yeah. I love how she pulled that up. She pulled my card. I love this.
This is the joint, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Alicia Keys playing Banned from TV. Yesterday's Banned from TV is not today's Banned from TV. Solid. I'm taking another shot. But I say that to say how passionate he is. Like, me and him, we've moved on. We have successful careers. We had, so much beautiful thing happen in our lives, in our career, and he'll still tell me, I didn't like it.
Imagine how that felt for him as a producer. Early on, too, that you didn't even rhyme to the beat.
And he not gonna
I
drop
don't like
beat?
the way you just moved your face.
Nah, it's just,
I was felt so sorry. And I was just like, damn, why didn't, the face you made just now was just like, holy shit, now I just felt fucked up. Like,
it's foul, man. Imagine. That's early in Swizz's career. And he's like, I'm going to give him an L beat. You didn't even do the beat.
Do we have a version with the beat? Because the beat is
I got it somewhere.
Crazy.
I got it somewhere.
That would
I have
be
the whole
next.
beat. Listen, I also have, by the way, this was, Banned from TV was a record because I made on the Firm album. I made I'm Leaving on the Firm album, and that was Nature's session. Right. So I wanted to repay Nature back by putting him on my record. So he kept coming to the studio, Swizz, and I knew Swizz was the guy I wanted to make this record. So Swizz would play a beat, and Nature would just stand there. And Swizz sells the shit out of any beat. Swizz can play you mouses screaming, and you will buy the record. Like Swizz,
you will buy the record.
When you like that, like, let me tell you something. Swizz be looking at, and he won't make eye contact. He just look at you like, you like this.
He wills it into existence.
Listen, I've took beat tapes home. I knew this beat wasn't mine, but he just like that. N.O.R.E, you need this.
And it's sweet. It's sweet.
And I'll go home and be like, I can't rhyme like Bone Thugs.
Like, I can't do it.
You got me. He's like, you liked it at the studio. I said, the way you bopped your head,
I had to
disagree.
I had to.
Yeah, so
now he does that.
He's the most passionate person.
He's persuasive.
Yes. That's what it's called.
That's the word.
Persuasive. He's a Virgo. I'm a Virgo.
Oh, are y'all a Virgo?
Yeah,
Who else is a Virgo? Virgos are fire.
Oh shit! I loved how we was proud. That's right, Virgo. That's right. I love my proud Virgos. Niggas, they have everything.
No wonder y'all connect so much. That's the zone.
Yes. And what's your sign?
Aquarius, the best sign on earth.
I ain't mad at Aquarius.
Aquarius.
What's Aquarius?
She's an Aquarius.
Okay.
Your wife is an Aquarius.
No, she's a Gemini. But
Gemini
gets along with Aquarius.
A Gemini, man.
Gemini. You Gemini?
I'm a Gemini. Yeah. What happened? A criminal.
A criminal?
Has anybody ever known a Gemini?
Yes. Kanye West?
It's Kanye, Gemini.
Yeah. He made it known.
Andre's a Gemini. Andre 3000.
Andre 3000.
Kendrick is a Gemini. Biggie's a Gemini. Tupac's a Gemini.
No, Biggie's not a Gemini.
Yeah, but then, no disrespect, but there's a difference between June and May Gemini.
Tupac
The June Geminis?
June Geminis is
he's a June Gemini.
crazy out they ass.
June Gemini is Tupac.
You crazy.
I'm a May Gemini. I'm Biggie's.
Okay, May's a little different. Like a little gentler around the edges.
We didn't respond to Tupac.
June, go crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
So let me ask, right? Because and this is, I just want to just keep it on you and Swizz beautiful relationship.
Thank you.
Like, y'all have a beautiful relationship. I admire that.
Thank you.
And you live in Tony Stark's house. It's fucking fantastic. All right,
not to be confused with Ghostface.
No.
Right, not to be confused with
So let's
Shout
just
out
be
to
clear.
Ghost.
Like, let's just take it from that. Because we see, like, Hoyt living, what kind of...
Oh, that was called Architectural Digest.
Excuse me.
That's okay, baby.
Excuse me.
You're good.
So,
Eso está big time.
that house, because this is really like a dream come true. Like,
honestly,
I heard Swizz tell a story. I forget what interview he said. He said that he wanted this house, it became available, and this is like his dream house. This is y'all dream house as a family, and y'all live on the beach. And as Tony Stark, this is Iron Man.
The kids always ask me, is Tony Stark's suit in the house?
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask that.
That's what I said.
Is it?
I said yes.
Yes.
Yes, Tony Stark's suit is there. Let's go. Yes.
Yo, beautiful house. Beautiful home.
Listen. I grew up with my single mother, who raised me, who prayed for my survival, who hoped that I wouldn't get trapped in the streets.
Right.
And like we all did.
Yes.
And here we are today. You giving me flowers.
That's right.
We having toast. We drinking Dominican herbal excellence.
Yes.
We are celebrating the greatness that we've created.
Yes.
We have been able to make it out of the mouth of the harshest jungle. And so when I'm able to, and my husband and I are able to be in a home that really represents our wildest dreams.
It's beautiful.
To me, this represents our blackness, our excellence, and what we all have. We all have this endless ability to create anything that we can imagine. And so that's what I believe, and that's what that represents to me. It represents to me this possibility that all of us have. And there's nobody that can't tell us. They try to make us think we can't, we won't, we shouldn't, we don't deserve, whatever this bullshit is, that narrative is old, it's fake, it's not even real.
That's hard.
Whatever we can imagine, whatever we dream, we have the capacity to create, and I feel blessed that we get to represent that love.
Yep.
Let's be honest here. Have you seen the picture of you when you were young in your room with all the
with my headphones on and like the Jergens lotion?
You worked for it. Like you worked for it.
Hard.
You were young. How young were you? How old were you in that picture? Do you know the one with the MPC? What she had? MPC's the SP behind her.
SP. SP 1200, which I programmed personally.
Wow.
So you were learning how to make beats on all those machines. I think you had an ADAT machine in the
I had an ASR. We had the ADAT. Then I transferred to the MP 2500. And then I got to the 3000. I'm still on the 3000.
So you did more than envision it just to think about it. You applied yourself.
My ass off.
So there's a big difference in that.
You're right.
Right.
You definitely have to work for it. For sure. There's nothing that's going to come easy for nobody. You know that. You know that. Y'all all know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that we don't have the tenacity, the genius, the brilliance, the possibility, the potential to work for what we want. And I love what you're saying, because that's true. Because people do think, oh, it's just supposed to fall in my lap. Because why? You know what I mean? So we definitely do have to work for our shit. And we work hard. To this day, I work my ass off, but I believe in what I do, and I love what I do, and I love connecting with my people, and I love being able to share, and I love being able to write songs that mean something to somebody, and 50 years down the line that means something to somebody. That's what I'm here to do, and I'm never going to jump out my lane. This is my lane, and I'm going to always, bring more to it, because that's how I believe in it. You know what I mean? So I love what you're saying.
That's true passion.
I love what you're saying.
So Nat King Cole with Lil Wayne.
The song is so crazy.
Why did you want to name it Nat King Cole?
So Nat King Cole.
Can you explain to people who don't know Nat King Cole?
Which is so fire, because like even my kids, they be like, "Mommy, who's Nat King Cole? And a lot of people won't know who Nat King Cole is. And obviously, he's one of the greatest singers, you know, black, amazing singers that ever existed, who rivals Frank Sinatra. You know what I mean? If there was a rival to Frank Sinatra, to me, it would be Nat King Cole. And his song is called Unforgettable. One of his big songs. You hear it at Christmas. It's like one of your favorite songs. You might not know you love it, but you love it. And Unforgettable is such a sophisticated, elegant song. And Unforgettable is the title of it. And the concept of Keys is that we get to be our most majestic, magnificent version of ourselves. Nobody can make us be small. Nobody can make us not be incredible. And so this idea of being unforgettable, we are unforgettable. We're amazing. Look what we create. Look what we do. Look what we have been through. Look what we've come through. We are unforgettable. And so the hook is be unforgettable like Nat King Cole. And that's why I called it Nat King Cole.
Oh, wow. That.
What a homage to him, too.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to learn about who you might not know or who you might forgot, or, you know, because time passes and people forget, but you got to remember.
That's part of why we do Drink Champs, to be honest with you.
That's a really important thing. You know what I mean?
So you've got records with Lil Wayne, Nas, Jay-Z. Is there ever somebody you tried to work with and told you no?
Well, I'm pissed that I didn't get to perform with Prince. I'm pissed.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? I just feel like we was meant to perform together. He came to all my shows. He loved me, supported me, and I'm pissed.
You think it's your fault to not invite him on stage?
Maybe. I think maybe I was shy. You know, a lot of times you feel like you don't deserve.
Because he's infamous for impromptu stuff.
And he called me to his. So, okay, in that case, you're right, because we did have one where he asked me to be at one of his kind of after party things, but I wanted us to have like a Grammys. I wanted us to have like a moment.
Oh, you wanted to rehearse
like we deserved a moment in history, you know what I mean? But I gotta say, we had an unforgettable time at one of his kind of like secret joints, which was mind blowing. I have pictures from it. It's crazy. But that one, I still feel like me and Lauren are meant to. You know what I mean?
I can't believe we haven't brought Lauren in this whole conversation.
Yes, why has Lauren not come up in this combo? Because she is greatness personified.
Absolutely.
So me and her, there's just such an emotional energy that she brings, and I feel like we could have something really, really crazy. Has anybody told me no? No.
Oh, good. That's fucking fantastic. Because we had Nas sitting the same table, and the only person he said that did front on him was Prince, and he said it wasn't because he didn't want to do the record with him.
The masters.
It was because Nas didn't own his masters, and
he was real like that.
Yeah, when he said that was ill. That was ill.
I had the song that I had called "Like You'll Never See Me Again," which is one of my favorite songs. It does have a progression very close to Purple Rain.
Right.
And I had to go see him. I flew out to London. He was in like this hotel, and I had to find it. Like this is never an easy thing when you're looking for Prince. So I had to find him. I had to sit with him, and I said to him, like, I love this record. It's so powerful. It's this. I wrote it for my grandmother. It's about like seizing the moment, and not letting it go, and loving the person like you might never see them again, because you know how short life is. And so he felt it. He was good, and he was like, Alicia, I'm not sending these people's children to college on my shit.
This shit is deep.
Whoa.
And he said that to me. I was like, how could I argue? You know what I mean? Like, how could you? I was like, and so he was like, I don't know what you need to do. Flip the chords up, change them around, make them like close but not quite. And I promise you, I will be fine with it. But I can't. We have to own our shit. He was way ahead of his time. He was way ahead of his time. Like, I feel like he would have flourished now.
Yeah.
Now it's his time.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Killed it right now.
You know what I mean? Because he was about this forever.
Right.
We finally getting around, and he been there.
Yep.
Right. I mean, I feel like it kind of started with Jay, with like, you know, claiming this ownership thing, and it made us, like, you know, even with us with the Drink Champs, like, we love being a Revolt, because Revolt allows us to be who we want to be.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And they do it. So
Was that something that changed you, hearing Prince say that? Like, you know.
It was big. No, I definitely think, you know, as a young artist.
Because Michael wasn't as vocal as that. Michael owned the masters. Like, I heard a story.
But Michael was buying other people's publishing.
Yeah,
he was buying catalogs of people.
I heard
he had another type of
Eminem
vision.
just and Michael and Michael
he had a different type of mindset.
Buying Eminem publishing type of shit, like some type of crazy shit.
Right.
But even Michael was passive aggressive, I would say.
I just feel like Michael didn't want
passive.
He didn't want to rattle the boat.
But Prince was not.
Prince was like,
Prince
I don't
ass
care.
out and everything was like,
that's what I believe in.
Own your masters.
Or maybe Michael didn't care about that portion of the business. He's just like, all right, whatever, the record label. But he was buying up Michael. He was buying up other people's publishing. So in his mind,
don't he own like Elvis publishing?
I think he bought the Beatles.
The Beatles. Yeah.
So in his mind, he's like, that's the way I'm gonna take back.
Yeah, exactly. He was more of a silent activist.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a silent activist where he just moved.
Right. So let me ask you something. Where do you put your Grammys at? Like,
why was that not what I was expecting him to do? So for the longest time, I didn't even want them. I just, the way that I am, I'm such a real person. I don't want a bunch of fake statues to represent something that's not real. What's real is, you know, your passion. What's real is how much you put into what you do. You yourself said you haven't got a Grammy. You deserve a Grammy.
I didn't even get nominated.
There's so many people who deserve a Grammy.
I'm so good, I'm good in life. Because other than that, I would be a hater. Like, I would be the hater. Fuck the Grammys.
It doesn't.
Like, I would be that guy.
And so for me, I didn't even want them to be a value, you know, a sense of value for me. Right. So I didn't have them for the longest time. My manager had them all in his house. And finally, my engineer, who is amazing, she's this badass woman who's just like, she runs the whole world. She's incredible. She was like, where's your Grammys? And I was like, oh, I guess they're over at that person's house. She was like, I need you to get your Grammys.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you forgot where your Grammys was at? I just love that floss. I just love that floss. I just love that.
You can send them over here. We'll put them right back there.
Right.
Yeah.
We got you.
Because I seen Jay one time. He posted his Grammys on the floor.
Okay.
Do you ever have those type of moments where you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just use my shit as an ashtray?
I mean, Swizzy did do thing where he drank out of the Grammy. You know what I mean? I was there.
Kanye said he pissed on his Grammy. He went too far.
Oh.
Yeah,
he said it brought him good luck.
Okay.
Did he say he wanted another one?
Okay.
He's like, okay, I got to piss on that one too.
Crazy ass. That's some boy shit.
Definitely boy shit.
So what were you and Kanye working on in New York?
Oh man, we was working on a zone.
Okay.
A whole vibe. You know, I work all the time. I work to the last minute. I keep writing records regardless. The record drops December 10th. It's gonna be so crazy. And even after that, you know, there's more songs that's come. I just love music. So we were working on a vibe that may or may not make the record. We don't know.
Wow.
Because I'm that spontaneous. But he came through. He loved the record. Actually, that Only You record. It really touched him too. That's
told you, I picked that out.
Yeah,
did he have the boots on, the rubber boots?
I couldn't tell if they were rubber or leather. Are they rubber or leather? But they were high.
Rubber leather.
They rub leather. they leather.
Rubber?
They love leather. They rub leather.
I'm gonna drink to that.
I'm gonna drink to that too.
I'm gonna drink to that too.
So Alicia, because I mean, honestly, this is probably only question I could ask you or Busta Rhymes, like in a real way. What do you love more, making a record or performing a record?
I gotta say Busta first of all.
Yeah.
Yo, can we please give him his flowers?
We always give him his flowers.
Oh, I mean, okay, but I just want to give him his flowers.
He's a legend of legends.
Oh, that's my bro.
The way that he cultivates energy is out of this world.
It's very true.
Out of this world. So what's my favorite is making the record or performing the record? Dang, that's such a good question. I feel like making it, you have this personal experience with it that really feels magical because it's you're by yourself or you're with 3 or 4 people and there's something about it that you're like, I really feel something in this. You don't know if you're gonna like it or you gonna like it or you have no idea, but there's something magical that exists that you feel like, I feel like there's something special here. When you perform it and you get a chance to see how people actually connect with it, it's mind-blowing because you're like, this thing was invisible 6 months ago.
It was in the ether. You pulled it out.
It's almost like busting the gun that you bought because you don't really know.
Is it? Is
I kind of like. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean,
but isn't it like because some people, you buy a gun. How do you really know if this works?
Like it may or may not shoot.
Yeah, it may or may not shoot. So
it
when
may
you
or
hit
may
that
not
stage
shoot.
and
it shoot.
You want
like,
to keep firing.
You like that feeling. You like that feeling.
Yeah, because I always felt. I mean,
that's the best analogy I've ever heard in my life.
Unlocked.
I'm sorry.
He's unlocked.
I was trying like a motherfucker too. I was trying. Thank you.
That's the way.
Yeah.
No, but I got it.
Because you know why? You're an excellent performer.
Thank you.
Like I've always watched your performance at these shows when you come out. You got the piano on. I said piano on. You
I do have
playing
the piano on.
Yeah. But. Like you've never had a lame performance. That's why I compare you like to Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, Busta's
like I've never seen Busta have
come halfway.
Like he just performed for Dave Chappelle and he just was there for 12 minutes and I don't know what he did. He just gone. Boom! I said, holy shit, Busta's crazy. That was
He said that he never headlined a tour.
And he told me he never rehearsed.
Wait, but you said he never headlined a tour.
Could you believe that? I was like,
crazy.
He's a legend. He literally is the best, potentially one of the best MCs that ever. And the fact that he still could spit just like that right now.
Because you know why? Motherfuckers are scared to go after Busta.
Oh, nah, you can't go. You know what? That's it.
That's the reason why.
That's exactly
That's why he should headline the motherfucking tour.
Yeah, but then everybody never gonna want to come back on Tuesday.
He carries the torch. Y'all come under. Let's go.
On Tuesday, everybody ain't gonna want to go. It's not. Listen, let me just tell you something. I did a show. I'm gonna tell you some funny shit. I did a show. This is real talk. This is real talk. In San Francisco, N.O.R.E. came to the promoter and said, if I go after N.O.R.E., I'm giving the money back. What he didn't know at the time, N.O.R.E., was he was bigger than me. Right. In this Latino market. But people were so scared of Oye Mi Kondo, that shit was gonna smash some shit. So he made the promoter make me go.
So you had to go after him.
I had to go after him.
And so
I couldn't come after Dale. What's that shit he had?
Con Dale.
What the fuck? I didn't want to perform after that. And it's the whole Spanish audience.
He did that to stick you.
He did. He got me.
He stuck you.
He got you.
He got me.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
I realized how crazy it is. Is there anybody who was scared to perform after you?
Everybody.
I would imagine everybody.
I loved it. Alicia's going in. And you're live. Like one of the things that the Locks pointed out when their battle with Dipset was that there were certain records that they were going over. You never lip sync. That is a disrespect to your craft.
I feel, also, I'm very, very serious about auto-tune too. I feel that a lot of, I just personally, I'm gonna sing the record and I'm gonna sing it until it's right. And if it's not right, I'm gonna keep singing it. I'm gonna practice it, I'm gonna fix it, and I'm gonna come back and sing it. But to me, I feel like a lot of people who use auto-tune are actually thinking of an instrument called the vocoder, which is where it's an instrument that you play and you sing into the microphone for it. And I think Confunction used to use it a lot. Like Confunction was the way it goes on Love Train. Okay,
Cameo.
What was homie that did all the West Coast joints?
Roger
Trout. Period. And the story. What a genius. When you play the
are we all scared to tell you that Mike gotta go down?
Come on, Mr. Lee, you can come in. You're the producer, right, bro? Come on, guy.
Everybody.
I don't even know why it was up. That was weird. So
now you're gonna come.
But the vocoder is like a sonic. It's a sound. So I feel like a lot of people that are using.
I just want to try to.
They're using the exaggerated version, which
I would
makes
like
it
to clarify what you're trying to say.
Are
you trying to say that people that use auto-tune really can't sing? I'm asking.
That's what you're saying.
That's definitely what I said.
What I actually am saying is that I think that people want to use. It's like a sonic, and so now there's a certain sonic that is created, and it actually is mimicking an instrument called the vocoder, and I think that's what's actually fresh. People are discovering what the original.
Which is like making a completely different instrument out of your voice.
Exactly.
But what you're saying is, and this is what it is, the original auto-tunes you never heard auto tunes being used. It just it helped their vocals like match the beat,
right.
or what you would probably say better.
You would just make you more on pitch.
But
I actually don't think people are trying to be. Yes, they're trying to be on pitch to a degree, but more it's like a sonic. It's a sound. It's part of it.
How it's used now.
How it's
been used for years, where nobody heard it at all.
Exactly, and now it's like intentional, because it's a sonic at this point. But it really mimics the vocoder, which is the Roger Trout like sonic, which is fire.
So let me ask you, we had Trick Daddy here.
Word.
And Trick Daddy
great segue,
said that he thinks Beyonce is a great performer, but she can't sing. I disagreed with him in totality.
I think he said it a little differently though.
What did he actually say?
I think
in totality, I disagree.
No, he didn't say it that way. He said in comparison to the greats. I think he was saying something to that degree.
But what do you hear when you hear things like that and then people compare you to the greats? People say Alicia could sing.
First of all, there's a lot. We were talking about some of the singers. We were talking about Whitney, obviously, as a destructive beast monster.
You met Whitney as well?
I did. Okay. She was a friend. She was a friend. And I really, really, really loved her. And she really came to see me and check on me and make sure I was good and visit me and like real shit, which is rare. So she's definitely a singer fool. We were talking about SWV, Coco. Coco is, I feel like Coco will sing so many people today. Under the table, quick, fast. She's amazing. We were talking about Jasmine Sullivan. I think she's like a beast. She got those vocals that are so crazy. Fantasia, ridiculous. So there's a lot of amazing singers. I actually do feel that B is one of those singers. If she shifted all, she happens to be a show woman as well as showman. So she does show. She's visual, so she likes to really show how she's expressing. But if she sat next to a piano and I played and she just sang, I do believe that she can absolutely hang with the greats. Like she has a voice that backs up everything. Like really, if she stripped it all back, you would really hear it. You know what I mean? So I think she's one of the greats for sure. Big love.
But is it funny when they compare you to the singer of singers, like an
Aretha, or like a the
is that pressure
classic.
On you?
Yeah, I just feel so grateful to continue on that legacy. That legacy of that songwriter, that individual, unique artist. Like a Nina Simone. Like these artists that really they had something to say. They had a perspective that they operated from. They wasn't backing down for nobody. Like they wasn't fitting in anybody's box. They wasn't trying to be commercial. It wasn't about that. It was about like, what do you want to say? Who are you and how do you express? And so for me to be compared to artists like that means a lot.
Yeah,
means a lot. And I don't take that for granted. That's something I appreciate.
That's love. Now let me ask you.
I hurt you so bad. I love how he started with the scratch. You notice that?
Yeah, because I'm about to ask an awkward question.
All right, I'm ready.
So, because you, Swizz, and Drake got this like kind of awkward kind of relationship.
Do we?
Wait, Swizz, Drake, and her?
Yes, because you did a record with Drake.
She took a sip.
Yeah, take a sip. You did a record with Drake.
One thing that's missing on this table is water.
Yeah, I'm
right
sorry.
next to you, a drink champ's water.
Yeah, we got a drink champ's water.
It's water.
Is this like...
It's alkaline.
Okay, thank you.
Alkaline with a shot of tequila.
Just like.
Okay, so back to...
So, yeah, because you guys did a record.
The three of us?
No, I'm talking about you and Drake, right? Y'all did a record.
Yeah, we did Unthinkable.
Okay, and then Swizz and Drake did a record.
They did You Fancy, which was out of this world. Both of those was out of this world.
Yeah, both of those was out of this world. But we have Swizz on here, and this was when we recorded him in New York.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
And he said something about Drake. We edited it out.
Okay.
We didn't use it.
Okay.
Thanks for
so...
What? I wasn't supposed to say that?
I don't know. We edited it out. But we're going to bring it back.
No, it's because... And this was when I was learning how to be a journalist. I was learning how. So when Swizz asked me, I said, no problem. But I knew that when you put energy like that into this world, it comes back. So what happened was he had put this energy out, and I guess he expected Drake to holler back or say something back. That never happened because we edited it. And I told Swizz, I said, yo, listen, I would never put you in a predicament where I would get you in trouble. So I wanted to use it, but
it wasn't crazy what he said.
It wasn't crazy what he said. He was actually put together.
He's so logical.
Then 2 months later, because he put the same energy out, he did it, and then he was on live with Bust the Bus. And it was like, I called him immediately. I was like, I told you let me use this shit. You would have never said what you said on the Buster Live if you would have just let us, because we were literally had Drake signed up for like the next 2 weeks or something like that, or the next 2 months.
Yeah.
So we didn't let Swizz go crazy. One, because that's my brother, and two, like we're protecting our own brand.
Of course.
So then this comes out. I see Swizz. I call him. I say, yo, bro, this was a little weird energy. It's because you had me edit, and he agreed with me. It's me and him. But what I'm saying is, it sent the relationship in a bad sort of energy.
You're in his relationship?
No, I'm talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Saying Swizz and Drake's.
Okay,
No, I'm saying Swizz and Drake's because it sent where it made almost look like Swizz was attacking him, and they didn't have the backstory of what happened with Fancy or what happened.
And you felt it was more explained on Drink Champs.
It was fully explained on Drink Champs.
So
But I
you
didn't
salty. You basically salty.
Oh, I was salty. Oh, no, I
Just
told
like
him.
how he feel about you not dropping the beat.
Did he get me back?
On his record. He got you back.
He got me back. I accept that. But, you know, I don't know if you could ask Swizz. It was that morning that came out, and I said, Swizz, this is what I told him. He said, yo, N.O.R.E, you was right. I should have just left it. And I said, you know what I want you to do? Because the next morning after the Buster thing aired, what a lot of people were saying was, oh, Swizz is hating. You can't hate. You can't hate if you up.
Right.
There's not an up hater.
Right.
There's not really sore losers.
Period.
There's not really sore winners.
Right.
Excuse me.
Sore winners.
There's not
I know what you meant.
that word. Thank you. You understand my dyslexia.
I had you.
Yeah. you are connected with me. But there can't be really sore winners. So you know what I told Swizz? I said, Swizz, can you do me a favor? And he goes, what's up? I said, post your beautiful wife. Post your beautiful cars and post your beautiful house, and don't even fucking address this shit. I swear. And I think he actually listened to me. But the thing was, it sent this relationship because all of y'all are three very famous people. What is your take on the Drake situation?
My take on Swizz is that he is the most real human on the planet. Ask anybody who knows him.
Yes.
He's on the phone with people that he loves at 3 in the morning. I'm like, babe, you're not going to come to bed?
Yeah.
But he's on the phone with people because they need him.
Yep.
Because they're going through something and they need somebody to listen.
I'm probably one of them.
You are definitely one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Bus is definitely one of them. Name them. He shows up for everybody times a million. I never seen a loyalty or a respect, speaking of loyalty to respect, like him. That people love him in a way that I never experienced before.
Right.
There's a real connection. He can call you tomorrow. He can call anybody and say, my brother, blah, 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 and it's a real thing.
I'm
Not
showing
because
up
it's some fake industry bullshit, because it served you at the moment. He's one of the realest person I ever met.
Right.
So my perspective on him is that he's always going to speak his truth, because whatever he's saying, there's validity behind it, and beside it, he is absolutely the most genuine person, and he's thorough. You know, he's the realest of the real. He tells me the realest of the real can go out without $1 in their pocket and be good. And that's who he is. That's
a beautiful thing. So,
Hold up, when do we get to go to the bathroom?
I'm going right now. Let's go. Let's do this.
Like, should we be wrapping this up so I can go pee?
You can take a random
But
pee
are
break.
you holding me hostage at this point?
A little bit. That's the way it
so
works.
You have a few more.
Oh, I got more. I'm ready to go.
Jesus, this is gonna be 10. You really trying to get me?
And by the way, you showed up a little late. So,
I was late.
Let's just be clear. And you know what? I bet.
You heard how you called me on that? That's okay.
Let me just say something. Let me just be honest with you.
That's okay.
Be honest with you.
Go for it.
We all sat here. We do this for every artist.
He's like,
and we said, is Alicia gonna be late? Every one of us
said no.
Said she was gonna be on time, except for one person. Him right there. Boris.
He was right.
He said, she gonna be a little late.
I was a little late.
So he's the only one that doubted you.
He was right.
He's the only
Everybody else believed in me. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Especially me. I was like, she's
gonna be so
late.
on time. I'm gonna be here 30 minutes early.
Yes. I was here.
So
we were here 2 hours early. You can go to the bathroom. Yes, you can. Please go to the bathroom. Let's make sure you good. Get back. We're gonna fill up your because we realize your drink is done. So we're gonna fill you up. Get you guys some jalapenos. We're gonna get you some jalapenos and we going out.
Number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Give people their flowers. So when you hear people saying giving their flowers, we made that up. Not we made up the statement. We made up making that famous because we wanted to look at brothers in their faces, tell them how great they are, and not be ashamed of that.
Those flowers.
Those real flowers.
I love this. By the way, I love this.
Oh, this is your house. Anytime you want to promote,
zone is a zone.
Anytime you want, you will do anything. But was this intentional for the video? You don't know my name when you was the waitress.
Yes.
And you didn't have the name tag.
You see?
Is that very simple?
Really?
Shit? Yeah, you look because we got the picture of it.
Dang, I just didn't have a name tag?
Yeah, because is that the reason why they didn't know your name?
That was obviously. You know what? Chris Robinson directed this video.
Yeah, he directed Superstar.
I'm gonna say that's why he didn't know my name.
He didn't know.
Like, how could he know my name? If I had a name tag?
He didn't have a name.
Done. You right. You know what? I missed that.
No, he's on point.
You got something I missed.
Okay. Let's pick up the eye roster because eye roster sent us that. But again, when I'm listening to the new album, as a person that's a veteran, as a person that's seasoned in this game, I sit back and I want to find rust sometimes with people that's been in this game for so long.
You want to find what did you say?
Rust. Like I want to find sometimes when I look at a person that's done incredible albums back to back to back to back, I want to say, all right, cool. Well, look, let me listen to this and let me see where you starting to fall off.
Wear and tear.
You don't have that. How do you develop that type of like I'm going to make the most incredible product again after all these years you've been 15 Grammys, 90 million records sold? How do you still have that hunger? How do you still have this this classic material with meat and potatoes where it's like it's exactly what's needed to be heard right now? How do you maintain that?
First of all, thank you. Thank you for recognizing that because that takes effort, and care. And so I really appreciate you recognizing that. I feel like I've always cared about the art. I never even really been here to be it's never been, I don't want to be famous. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, you know, I don't want you to know me just because you can't even realize the reason why you know me. I really want people to know me. What's good? I'm so glad. Look at you.
We got Puff Daddy calling in, y'all.
Yes! Big vibes. Nothing but real love. Nothing but real love. Nothing but. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to see your face. That made me smile for real. Like, that was a real smile. I didn't expect that. That was a sweet surprise. I love it. Yeah. And they're trying to get me twisted over here, but I'm a champion. They don't know. They don't even know. I love you, brother. I'm so happy to see you. All right, bye.
Make some noise.
That's fire. That's fire.
You already know, you know.
Real quick, to piggyback off of what he's asking you right now.
Yes, I knew I was going to
being a parent now. How do you balance creativity being a parent now?
You know, I probably during the pandemic is when I really learned that, like, I needed to carve out time for myself. And you know, you get so worried about everybody else and you want everybody to be good, and the world is so strange, and we don't even know what's exactly what and what's top from bottom or what's going to happen tomorrow or whatever. And so I just realized that it's just as important for me to make sure that they're good is as important it is for me to make sure that I'm good. Because if I'm good, then they can be great. You know what I mean? So that's something that I think for us as women, especially because we often are the caretakers and we're the ones that's really putting the most time in, and everybody, you know, creates the energy around the family. But I think that it's important for us to know that we have to make sure that we're good too. You know what I mean? So that's something that I learned recently and just was reminded of, especially with the pandemic and especially when kids was out of school and you was trying to be the teacher and the mama and my kids were so mad at me. They was like, "You are so mean." I was like, "I'm not mean. You are trying to play me and I need you to get this done."
So the pandemic, in a way, was a blessing in disguise for a lot of people.
I think so. I think so for sure. In regards to time, in regards to appreciation, in regards to really recognizing the real. You know, we get so lost. We get so lost in the fakest shit ever. All of this is fake. It really is. There's nothing about it that's actually real until you realize that people that actually love you and will actually, they don't have any profit that they're going to gain from you. They don't have any, you know, anything that they're going to get from you being good. You know, except that you're good. Like, that's the most precious thing. So with the kids and with the family and balancing that, you know, it's hard. I leave and I feel like, and they're like, "Mommy, why do you have to leave?" And I'm like, I'm trying to make sure it's worth it. Because me being without them, you know, is hard, you know, for any parent to leave their kids. You go to work, you going to school, you trying to put your extra work in, it's hard. But if it's worth it, because you have something to say and you got something that you represent and you got something that you want them to learn and see, then, you know, then it feels good. And that's what I can tell them. I can tell them I'm going to bring like this energy, you know what I mean? So people could feel it so that we could keep growing, you know, all of us.
Did you find any writer's block moments being
Hell
a parent?
Yeah. I couldn't write shit.
Oh, wow.
I was like...
I got two little ones, so I'm asking for stuff.
Oh, my gosh. No.
Not that I'm a writer, but, you know, in the same
So
difference.
much. I mean, I would be on these, because, you know, I put out the Alicia album during the pandemic, and at first I was like, is this right? Is this not? I put out a book, too, and I was like, is this right? I mean, people can't even pay their rent. Like, what am I doing? Am I going to ask them to buy a book? But I believed in the book, and I believed that it was about finding who you are and choosing who you are, especially now. We got to choose who we want to be. So anyway, I'd be on these interviews and they'd be like, "So aren't you just so creative, Alicia? I mean, my gosh, you have all this time at home. You must be writing up songs."
I love this accent. What accent was that? I love this.
These
Whatever
were the
that
people
was, I like
was
it.
talking to me.
Continue.
And I was like, hell no, I I can't write not one song. I don't know what to say. I'm stressed out. I don't know what I feel. This shit is crazy. I don't know what's happening. I was not feeling creative, no. Like, not even in the littlest bit. I was grateful that I finished the record because I actually just had the records already that I could, connect with. Right. But, like, if I was supposed to write new records, I was like, I couldn't even
remix and say, this diaper's on fire.
And that wouldn't work. That's not going to work.
Right.
So, but I definitely felt like confused about how I was supposed to be creative and how I was supposed to find time for myself and that type of thing. Do you still feel like that, or are you feeling like you kind of getting back?
Yeah, I'm still in the mix. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's just the ages.
Yeah. What's harder, being an artist or being a mommy?
Being a mother.
Mm-hmm. Being a mother?
Yeah.
Why?
I think that, like you are creating and raising a mind, a spirit, a being, a person, multiple people who have different ways of experiencing life. They, they depend on you to help them equip themselves with what it's going to take for them to survive. You know what I mean? And that's a real thing. You know what I mean? It's a real thing not to be taken lightly. And I feel like, it's everything I say. I'm reconsidering. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have talked to him like that. I was too hard on him. I should have explained more. Dang, why am I so upset when he's laughing? And I'm pissed off because he's talking about this nasty shit because he's a 6-year-old boy and they talking about all types of crazy shit and I'm mad. But I shouldn't have been mad. I should have just laughed with him. I should have just laughed. Who cared? And sometimes there's so much that you're thinking of am I doing it right? Am I giving them what they need? Is it right? And I think we're doing our best. We're doing our best. We don't know everything. We learn.
Young boys don't clean their room. Let's be clear.
Oh, they gonna clean that room.
They don't. My
they gonna
boys
clean
don't
them.
clean.
You're not gonna be some sloppy ass boys not having it.
Oh, so you be
yes,
checking them?
I'm tough.
All right.
I'm tough because
that's my 21-year-old son. He still don't clean his room.
He still don't clean your room.
He still don't clean his room.
He did that. That's his fault.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, we got someone else calling in. Hold on.
We got phone calls now?
Oh. Come on, let's give it an all. The count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
They over here. It's so good. We're having
Swizz
such a
Beatz
good time. It's amazing. You know what I mean? I'm loving it. They really trying to get me to do all these toasts and drinks.
He knows.
He knows. He's been 3.
He said I look a little lit.
And he knows you.
He does know me, but you know what? I'm still elegant queen, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh.
He's so sweet to call. He over here having people call. Look at his face.
Yeah. You know, I'm happy.
Look, how do they drink like this every day?
No, it's not every day.
This is a lie. Should we send him to the spa?
I'm going, whatever spa y'all think.
He said, whatever spa we go into, he's going.
Yeah, I'm in.
How you doing? You so brilliant. You so genius.
Oh, making me about to cry.
You good? Everything great? We are definitely having fun. My favorite part was all the questions he asked me. I think he caught me out there with Outkast and Mobb Deep. That was a really hard one. Somehow I went with Outkast. I don't feel like I heard him say Mobb Deep until after I said Outkast, which is fine. They both great. Yeah, they both.
Hold on, Swizz, I'm telling.
I love you.
I'm telling something. She picked Pusha T over Kiss, though.
But tell him how I represent Kiss
she did represent Kiss earlier, so you gonna get some phone calls. It's gonna get. Yeah. What'd you say?
I knew she was up to something when she texted me.
Oh, so Pusha T songs? Well, she's a fan. This is dope. Thank you so much, my brother. You know I love you, man.
Yes.
I was telling the story how long we know each other, how you always been my brother, but I also told her the story that you never forgave me for not letting the beat drop on Bad for TV.
But can I ask you a question? Do you have the version where the beat drops? Can we find that?
yeah.
N.O.R.E has it though.
Yeah, I got it somewhere.
You have to find it.
I got it somewhere. Incredible Cuts or someone. The greatest thing is I'm great with all my engineers.
I never even realized that.
I'm great with all.
Beat never dropped.
That's crazy.
He says it perfectly.
He says it perfectly.
Crazy. So I want him to find the version with the beat dropping.
Right.
That would be fire.
Right.
I'll sing on it.
Oh, Alicia, stop.
See, there's an
I come out
incentive.
of retirement.
You better find them up.
I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna make it myself.
Swizz can recreate that shit.
Drink talk.
He said, don't let the drink talk. You don't forget
No,
nothing.
I'm gonna go back in the studio.
All right,
Since
find
we
that.
go back in the studio. Yo, thank you for everything, my brother. Thank you so much, man. You gonna get me back in the studio for real, because I want to rest. I can't
He's
retire without
your
it.
next album.
Yeah.
He needs to executive produce
No, I
your
swear to
next album.
God, that's my. And I know Haz and Scram is here, and I love y'all. But I wanted my last album to be produced, Swizz and Pharrell. Yeah, I wanted my last. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
That's
Those are
fire.
two of my two producers who curated me. I
Yes.
use the word curate.
That was
shit
so
is
good.
hard.
You killed it.
That shit is hard. I just learned that word, by the way. You know what I mean?
You knew that word.
I knew it. Yo, so I was about to ask her about the no commission. Is the no commission coming to Art Basel?
Not this year.
Not this year? Why?
Because I didn't really know that. You got to plan ahead.
Okay.
You got to plan ahead. So I didn't know how COVID would act.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then, to put all that work in for them to shut it down. But I definitely got all. I'm in Saudi now, putting up all of the artwork for the different artists. On the F1 track and stuff like that. So that's pretty big. So I just was let me give it a break for this year. Let's see how the COVID play out, and then next year we're gonna come back strong.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Swizz. You know I love you, my brother. Thank you so much. Oh my God, the queen is being the queen here, and she's gangster. I love it. I love it. All right, see you later, my brother. I'll hit you later, my bro. Thank you so much. Really, truly.
That was good vibes.
Yes,
That's true.
really, truly.
First of all, let me just tell you that I want to give you your flowers.
Please, I like them.
I really do. I don't have a box made so pretty like this.
No.
But I
This
just
is
want
about
to
you
tell
today.
you. No, but I want to tell you that I'm super, super proud of you.
Thank you.
I know you,
Thank you.
I've
Thank
watched you, and I've rocked to your music. I've turned it up in my 626 on the BQE. Like it's a real thing. The first time the Super Thug dropped, I was in the damn gas station, and I'll never forget. I was like, what the fuck is this? And that's how I felt. What? And anyway, I just want to tell you, I'm super, super proud of you.
Well, thank you so
And I'm grateful for you, and I see a trajectory, and it's unlided.
I love that word too. I just learned that too.
Super powerful. You are incredible. I see what you're doing. You're consistent, and I love what you're saying about giving people their flowers while they're here.
It's supposed to. Thank you so. By the way, thank you so much. And let me just be clear. We just looked at this game as it's terrible that people have this word washed up. Like if you're 10 years in this game, people will say you're washed up. Like there's no word like that in rock and roll. Washed up. There's no word like that in jazz.
You're legendary.
Like what are you gonna say? You gonna say Sam Cooke is washed up?
No.
How can Sam Cooke be washed up? So we wanted to change it, and the more that you've done in this game, we want to praise it. We want to salute it. We want to do that to your face. We don't want to do that when a person has passed away. And you're hands down the biggest female artist that's ever stepped here. And
my support and love.
Let me just
real.
tell you something. Although we're friends, I love your husband, all that. This does not go without warranted. This does not mean that it means less because we're friends and we're family and this means more because you really could have did Oprah. I called your husband earlier and he was like, yo, listen, my wife could have did Oprah. And I was like, I got to hang up right now. Because I was like, that is actually true. I might have picked Oprah over the Yala. You know what I'm saying?
You would have picked Oprah over yourself.
I think I would have picked Oprah over me. I said, me, Oprah or N.O.R.E. Man, fuck N.O.R.E, man. I'll come back to them later. You know what I'm saying? I might have picked Oprah. And this is crazy because I have to thank artists like you, Kanye, you know, the Nas's, and you know, who sit around and says, you know what, I'm gonna go to the hip hop media and I'm gonna visit that, because, you know, in the honest way, when the interview is so great, they take our bits and pieces of the interview anyway.
Right.
So you don't have to kind of do 15 different outlets. You can do one powerful, great interview, and it brings the power to, I don't want to say black, Latino, I want to say hip hop.
Yes.
Because it's bigger than a race to me. Like, it's bigger than just claiming to be black or Latino or even white or whatever.
And remember, it's not
we're representing hip hop. It's a conversation.
That's the big difference.
So I want to 1,000,000% completely thank you. And it's so professional you did it, because like I said, Swizz is one of my best friends. And you could have just hit Swizz, but you did it professional. You had the management, the publisher. I felt so special. I was like, they sent me the album? Holy shit. And by the way, it took me 25 minutes to download this shit. This shit was the most complicated shit.
It is.
And by the way, I could not forward it to nobody. They said, welcome N.O.R.E. I said, oh shit.
Oh my God.
I said, this is mad professional. But I appreciate your team. I really, you know, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing about us is we have a great platform, but it kind of seems like a boys' club.
I feel you.
And this is not a boys' club.
Right.
This is as much as your show as anybody.
Yes.
I mean, this is yours for you.
It's a culture club. This is a culture club.
It's a culture
I
club,
love that.
and I'm so glad that you chose us. Like, I really, I was so happy. I studied you so much. Like, I can't lie to you. Like, I'm you right now. Like, it's gonna take me. Yeah, it's gonna take me.
He's gonna go perform right now.
Yeah. It's gonna take me like 2 days. Like, I'm just Alicia now. I'm like, I was calling Swizz. And Swizz was like, what kind of questions? Like, we were plotting on you, and that's why I knew. Like, I was like really in. I was like, yeah, he's plotting with me.
Right.
And he called me. He said, she's bringing the ice out today, N.O.R.E. And I said, oh, and you came ice down. You look like you ready to kick a soccer goal. This is great. I really appreciate it. So let me just say something. So we got the new album.
Yes.
What's next after we've conquered movies? I had a friend say to me the other day, he said, yo, I conquered all my bucket list. And it fucked me up, because if you conquer your bucket list, where do you go from there?
What's left?
I'm gonna ask you that. Did you conquer everything on your bucket list?
You know, I always feel like there's more to learn. I always feel like a student. I always feel excited about what I could bring, what new I can experience as well. There's a lot of things up my sleeve for sure. I got a lot coming and a lot of amazing ideas coming. I definitely, every day I'm learning more about myself and who I want to be in the world, you know, and it shifts and it evolves and it changes. So I'm definitely haven't conquered my bucket list. There's like a lot of dreaming left to do.
So what's on your bucket list that you haven't conquered?
I want to do a really incredible Broadway play.
Like write it and perform it?
Perform, write, create.
Called Alicia?
I'm not going to tell you the name
That'd
yet.
be ill.
Actually, I'm going to tell you the name. You're the only person that knows it.
I won't tell nobody.
Nobody.
I know you will.
Don't worry about these people here.
I know you will, but it's such a good name.
Okay.
It's called Hell's Kitchen.
Wow. Killed that. Killed that.
Nobody will ever know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Killed that.
That's okay. Tell them tomorrow.
Broadway play. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Broadway play. I really want to focus on generational wealth. I feel like that there's a lot to learn for all of us. You know, a lot of the times we don't have the tools or the information that allows us to really get ahead. And I really want to focus on that, like in a major way. So I'm crafting and creating ways that happens in everything I do, but in everything that the people that I partner with, and the ways that I think a lot of people are open to really equalizing the scales, and that we understand that there's been years of incorrectly done shit and it's time to fix it. You know what I mean? So I'm really into that. So I'm learning about that and I'm figuring out how to crack that code and really make that a real thing. So that's deep. You know, I feel like there's so much to do. I want to have a lot of fun too. I want to live and I want to be present in my life. I want to be present in my kids' life. I want them to know me. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be like, oh yeah, her who was always gone. You know what I mean? I really want them to know me, and they do. I'm good at it. I'm really good at it.
I see you doing a great job.
Thank you.
How about crypto? Are you into crypto?
I am.
I'm just getting my wallet. That's what it's called?
Yeah.
The MetaMask.
Yeah, because they told me to get my wallet.
I'm into it. I think we just have to diversify. I think we have to understand everything.
Diversify our funds.
You know?
Like
you know?
We're about to release our cards.
Yes, we are, baby. Let's go, baby.
We're about to release our culture cards.
Talk to me about culture cards.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah,
so that's like the Amex. No,
it's gonna be like trading cards, like NFT trading cards. And you can create your virtual record label. Shout out to Culture Cards, and we're part of that. Yeah.
It was definitely. We were talking about the meta and all this virtual shit that's happening.
It's the future.
It's major. It's major. But how do you feel about it? Like, does it freak you out? Because it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
I need to understand what freaks you out.
I think what freaks, and maybe it's just, I just want to make sure that we keep being actually in touch with each other.
We have to be freaked out.
You know what I mean?
We have to be.
What I'm saying is that shit actually exists, huh? Oh, true story?
What does that have to do with NFTs, though?
It got nothing to do with NFTs.
NFTs, bro?
Yeah, you gotta relax.
For you and the NFT is Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm lost.
Yeah, that was Dominican shit right there.
I'm completely lost.
Yeah.
But here's a question. Can I please taste that daggone...
Mama Wanna? You gonna go for it? Hold on, I'm gonna take another shot and another shot.
You should take a shot.
No, I'm never fucking with that Mama Wanna.
Wait, why? Why aren't you fucking with it? And then I'll tell you why I'm concerned about the metaverse.
Okay.
Why
First
won't
off,
you drink it?
do you remember? No, I don't drink it.
But why?
Do you remember when everyone was dying in Dominican Republic?
That's because they drank this?
No, don't listen to this guy.
In my mind.
Okay, got it.
Cheers to you.
But I was in Dominican Republic with the Dominican, with the head Dominican. Wasn't we in the Dominican Republic where everyone was dying?
It's what you described with the tiger bone.
No, it is not.
It's not bad.
It is. It's very sweet.
But I can tell you drink.
Sweet.
Do you drink Japanese whiskey sometimes?
I like whiskey.
You like?
I like whiskey. I like Macallan.
Macallan, that's American whiskey. Oh, that's Irish whiskey.
All right.
What is
that's
that?
what I like.
Macallan.
Whatever
That's very
it is, I
expensive.
like it.
That's very expensive.
I think the best whiskey comes from Ireland.
I like 1942.
Yes, we could tell.
Thank you. I said, don't have them give me no cheap shit. Don't have them give me no cheap shit when I get there.
But you also like De Leon too.
Yep.
He's like, wait, are we doing this? You also like Colombian white, right?
And
what the fuck is going on?
I said a case of Swiss. Swiss loves Colombian white. This is the fact. Swiss loves this.
I bet you he does.
I sent him a case and accordingly he liked it.
Y'all are too cute.
And you like Michelada
Talk to me about
that. We were so scared to ask you. Kanye smoked it. He brought our price
on Drink Champs? I mean, I don't know.
The question that I'm wondering is...
Because they told me you a big time smoker.
Whoa. Why is there another layer?
Like I opened it and there's more.
Yeah.
But were you supposed to pop this with your teeth?
I don't know.
Don't worry, I got your back. You don't got to do all that. I got your back.
Nada que tú puedes.
All right, so here's the question.
Yes.
What is this part?
It's called...
Would that be tobacco?
It's called tobacco because it's fake tobacco. It's
that's vegan. That's a vegan tobacco.
It's like
vegan tobacco. Yeah, it's tofu.
Tobacco.
It's soy tobacco. I don't know what I'm saying, but I think it's true.
And then what grade or strain?
It says it right there.
It's a great Smoke Champ strain.
It is called...
Grown in the mountains of Austria.
I would prefer Dominican Republic.
Hemp rolled
Grown
cannabis
in the mountains of Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Next to the Mama Juana branches.
Now, I do appreciate the wooden filter.
Yes, we would like for you to classify that because Kanye smoked the prototype. This is the actual
that's the real one.
shit.
So this is a
you will be
new
the
thing?
first
You
one to
tested
ever
for us?
smoke that on Smoke Champs.
So I'm not going to be coughing and shit. I don't want to be coughing.
I don't want to be coughing
we edit out
either.
the cough.
We'll edit out the cough. Whatever. Yeah. Oh my God, is it going up?
let's make sure I'm not gonna cough.
No, you ain't gonna.
If I cough,
no, don't worry.
We gonna edit.
No, we edit that.
Oh,
We edit that cough out. We have a.
Don't worry, me and Swizz is editing this episode anyway. Don't worry about it. We got your back. We love you that much. I heard you're a big time smoker. That's what they said on the low.
Well, you gotta say big time smoker.
On the low. So this is actually like awkward question. You tell me if it's awkward. Would you ever think about making a reggae album?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I have a lot of reggae records that I've made that is natural for me. This back to the soul vibe that we were talking about. There's such a soul there, there's such an energy there. No one had a crazy reggae remix. You Don't Know My Name had a crazy roots remix. There's so many songs that I have that I feel like that's natural. I actually think a reggae record would be like a zone for me.
So are you going to change your name like Snoop Lion? What would be, what the fuck's wrong, Joe?
But I do
you want to be Alicia Tiger?
I was about to ask.
It would be Alicia Panther.
That's fire.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm buying the album. I already pre-ordered it.
You got it.
I already
Panther.
pre-ordered it.
Panther, let's go. This is pretty smooth.
What is your ultimate...
Thank you, we grew it ourselves.
If you could work with anybody, dead or alive, if you could work with anybody, who would it be? Let's pick 3.
All right, if it was 3...
Anybody, dead or alive.
I feel like it would be Kurt Cobain.
Ooh. I can see that.
Nina Simone. Marvin Gaye.
What an amazing...
Wait, I changed it.
You can go 5. You can go 5.
Cobain,
Okay.
Nina Simone. We're gonna go 5?
You can go 5.
Marvin Gaye. Big L.
Woo.
I feel like that would be so crazy. And Nipsey.
She's going above and beyond. She's killing it.
That's because I was late. It's fine, you got me.
So, holy shit, that is a great fucking...
That's a good list.
That's
how
a great
about Bob
list.
Marley?
And you know, I was gonna say Bob Marley, but I felt like it was obvious because you were saying with the reggae thing. I didn't want to do the reggae thing.
You're right.
But I feel like Bob is so special. Like, how can one person be so prolific and like so willing to share the truth? You know what I mean?
And the thing about it is I related to you because, like, it's certain records that you can drop at any moment. Like, You Don't Know My Name can drop right now. And it'll be the same relative. Like, you make timeless
like
music.
It transcends time.
Yeah, like when I listen to you, and I really did a study because, like I said, just because Swizz is your husband and he's my friend, I wanted to do my due diligence, and I wanted to go and I'm asking him questions. That's how I got the you with Raekwon being.
I see. That's some intel.
I'm going in. I'm Googling and I'm going in, but it's like you really make timeless music. So as I'm going through, because we had the Alicia Keys Essentials. So this is the list of just your hits. And it's like, when we listen to it, because that's what we do before our artists walk in, and we sit there and we're sitting here and we're all listening to it because we all set up at 3 o'clock. So we all set up here.
We were here at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we were here at 3 o'clock. We just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, damn, your music is really timeless. Like, you could have, there's certain of your albums you could drop right now and it's still relevant.
That's
like, how the fuck do you do that?
That's amazing.
And are you doing it on purpose or?
I just, like, kind of what we kind of left off on this, what you asked me. And I think, you know, I'm not chasing anything. I'm not chasing a trend. I'm not chasing a sound. I'm not chasing anything. I'm chasing the truth. You know, I'm chasing my truth. I'm chasing my honesty, and just following that. So I think that's what allows it to just be honest. When something's honest, you can feel it forever. You know, it's like it don't matter. It's just like that was that person's feelings in that moment. So. I feel like that's what it is. But I appreciate you saying that because that's actually a really big accomplishment. I didn't know that then. I realize that now. Like when people can actually be 6 years old, 20 years old, 35 years old, 65 years old, and they can all relate to the same music. That's That's something. So I don't take that for granted.
And let me just tell you something. Your fans are very nice people. So
he surveys them.
No, my fans are assholes. Yes, it's fans. Yes, fair. But I was so open when
on Twitter.
Yes, I was open on Twitter, and here's a deal. Here's the deal. Twitter is the most evilest people in the world. I don't know if you know that. So I go on Twitter and I say, "We got Alicia."
Motherfuckers is.
No. You're the only person, that's why I say your fans hold you down.
Really?
You're the only person with no negative comments.
No.
People were first off telling me I was lying. Like, you ain't got Alicia, nigga.
Whatever.
and there was a leak. You have a fan page on Twitter. It's like Alicia fans, and then they said it's rumored that she's gonna be on Drink Champs, and everybody's like, yeah, yes.
Yo, listen, your fans. See, this is how I know.
They are the realest.
No, they are
good.
real. Listen, I'm gonna tell you who else. It's Kanye and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has nice fans too.
Wow.
Yeah, they ask for permission.
That's crazy.
What do you mean they ask for permission?
Like they'll ask, they were like, yo, so when's the next part of it dropping?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Your fans?
Polite fans.
No. Your fans, when I put, and I popped the bottle of Ace of Spades, and I said, we prepping for Alicia, and I'm playing your music in the background.
Hey.
And they just hit me on the DM like, yo, y'all.
Her fans?
Yes, they on me.
They like, say, yo, y'all of us?
I mean, in my mind, just let me ride my story.
Y'all
I thought they were saying, pardon me, sir.
No, they were just like, yo, that's crazy that you got. And again, it's just like, I want to reiterate what your husband said. It's just like, you're really that status where you can go do Gayle King. You can go do Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, you don't have to be here.
You can go do whoever the hell you want, but you pick Drink Champs.
Come on, Drink Champs.
Our shit is hot! I believe, let me tell you something, and I'm gonna say something, this is gonna sound weird, but just ride with me for the story. Because my moms had never asked me to ever meet anybody in this game. And my mom's asked me to meet Big Pun, and I told her, I said, Ma, Dad will always be around, and I never did it. And I never got a chance to meet my moms to Big Pun. But it's another thing, my wife never asked me to meet any artist ever. And she asked me to meet Alicia.
I like this.
I like this. And I never got a chance. Look, she's blushing over there. I never got a chance. I went to, it was an Art Basel show. I know I pronounced Art Basel wrong.
No, you still did that right.
And you had just performed, and you was in the back, and I didn't get a chance to do that. So today is my day of my wife.
And my girl came too, and she had to go deal with her.
If your girl Garcia don't come out for nothing.
She left. She left already. But she was here, and she wanted to, and I gave her a hard time too.
Our roster girl came out.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yes. All the females, because this is really, yes.
And my goddaughter, shout out to my goddaughter Diddy.
Yes.
It's real.
Randy Acker came out, and he was managing.
Randy Acker.
And by the way, he was managing Little Mama at that time. He was managing Little Mama. I called him so much, y'all niggas is wild. What was going on? Love you, Little Mama. But I called him and Ali 50 million times, like with mad jokes. I sent them every meme that ever was sent to me. I was like, look.
This and this.
Yeah.
Not this, but look, this, like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
Yes, please.
I have done those shows.
Right.
Multiple times. I just have to say, this is the vibe. This is the energy. This is the truth.
This is that
It's a real thing.
I'm gonna take a shot to that. You gotta take a shot.
Honestly, me too. That's a yes.
But Alicia, let us say something one more time. I really appreciate you showing us this love because, again, it's bigger than a race thing or something like that. It's hip hop. Hip hop is to me its own race.
You're right.
I actually wanna like get a job. Like I don't need a job, but I want to get a job, and they be like, "What race? Chill, relax. This is my career, nigga. Relax. I want to get a job, and when they ask for the box to check, I want to check hip hop.
Or write it in.
How do you identify?
Yeah.
Like, how do you identify?
I identify because there's certain people.
We should start just doing that.
That's
because there's
and we
certain
should
people
push that.
that may be white. There's certain people but they're just as hip hop as me.
But you know what? When Malcolm X would say so-called white man, so-called black man, so-called, that means something to me because it is a so-called. That's a name. That's names we've been given by whoever didn't care anything about us, any of us, whichever so-called we became. So
we're just not so-called human.
Yes,
let's just go back to the basics.
That's for sure.
I love that. Let's go.
Cheers. Let's go.
What kind of
bang,
shot
bang, bang.
Is that Mama Juana still?
I actually went back to this one just for safety.
Mama Juana will take care of you. Trust me.
Now I gotta ask.
Tastes delicious. I just went for safety because the mixing is tricky.
You're right.
Because I gotta ask.
Tell me.
I can't drink tequila.
I love tequila. It's just so smooth. Especially with the right one.
That's a good tequila, though.
If you're drinking the wrong tequila, then you need to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me example of a wrong tequila. Don Julio? No,
that's a good one.
No, Don Julio's great. I like Don Julio. I like
Jose
Casamigos. I like Casamigos, and I like 1942.
I'm getting a little nervous at Casamigos because every hood person I know,
they're not your amigo.
Has a bottle.
They're not your amigo.
The worst people in the world I know is walking around with a bottle of Casamigos. It immediately makes me not want to drink that.
No, you ain't.
Listen, you really smiled on this one.
It definitely has. You know, it's become universal.
Yes.
In many ways. So, and look, congratulations to them. Shit.
Yes, because a lot of people getting money. And they are ordering. So you recommend no Casamigos?
No, that's not what I said. That's what you said.
She likes
I'm trying
it.
I'm fishing.
I see what you did.
Okay.
This is why we have to
What, we doing brand wars?
No.
Right. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Okay.
But nonetheless, that's the tequila that I like it when it's, when it's high quality, it's smooth, and it can't feel like it burns you and hurts you. If it hurts you and burns you, it's the wrong kind.
Okay. And have you ever mixed your tequila?
I'll do soda. But I don't like to mix it with like a bunch of fruity juices and shit.
Because we noticed you put jalapeno.
You like a spice margarita.
Margarita has too much sugar for me, but the jalapenos
it helps.
with the tequila,
what does that do?
You need to try it.
It's good. Right? You should try it right now.
And it slowly
you should try it,
gets more
just
like,
a little bit.
I'm gonna take a little bit more Habibi.
But it doesn't.
I'm gonna take a little bit before you end the show.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll wait for you to and then when you come back.
Where the hell are you going?
He just takes random peas. He just does that.
Like dang.
He just does it. He loves it. He drinks blonde ale, beer.
That's the thing about guys.
Yes.
Y'all gotta pee more often.
Yes, they gotta pee more.
It is what it is.
Okay.
But I like that you invited the ladies into the zone. I like that I'm able to represent ladies in the zone. I love that we can talk about different space. You see, it's like a protected, safe space. You're treating me super queenly, kingly.
Yeah. And let me just tell you something. I was going to have 2 females throw roses at your feet when you walked out.
You are? And Coming to America, me?
Yeah, I was trying to do the Coming to America thing.
That would have been. You should have done that. You should have done
at the last end, they was like, "But that might be too much showing favoritism to the woman."
That.
I fucked up.
Yes.
I should have done it.
Okay. Dare you follow your instinct?
Okay, I was with it. I was going with it. But then they was like,
"All right." They wanted you to tone it down. But how I see it is never too much.
That's never too much.
Live boldly, bravely. And shower people. Shower their ass.
BB, boldly, bravely.
BB.
BB.
It's okay. It's okay though. I appreciate the thought.
No, I swear to God. Right? I hit Angel.
You told him not to do it?
No. Yeah.
He told him. Who told you? Come on,
by the way, Kanye gave him his glasses and he ain't been the same since. Kanye took him shopping. He ain't been the same since.
I know. Who told you not to do it? Who told you? I want to know.
No.
Go ahead. It's okay. No. It's okay. Just tell me.
No one told me not to do it. It just was.
You self-doubted.
No, I just was like, yo, you sure? And then people was like, you know what?
Maybe it's too much. Like,
I think it's too much because, and that's the reason why. So, but.
It's okay.
You know why? Because you really set the precedence. I know I said that word a little wrong.
I like that. No, that was a good one.
But you set the precedence. You know what I mean?
Your ass is finished.
But
quick, we gotta stop the show.
Because we want more female orientation. We understand that we have a lot of men. It's because, you know, I'm a loyal man and I don't have females numbers.
And
it's just it's a natural thing. But it doesn't mean we don't want females to participate. You understand what I'm saying? Like we want females to participate, and you set the motherfucking mark.
Let me be the example.
Yes, you are the example. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I was so open. I'm still open. I'm still excited. Like I said, we have people that's our family that never come out.
I love
and they came out just
like
for you.
In here today.
Yes.
Like it feels like the realest of the
you
real.
You are really
building.
family. Do you take it on the shot? You got marijuana left over? I'm in.
All right, hold up. Is this our cheers to a classic show?
Yes.
Shot?
Yeah, because you gave us everything we needed.
We definitely taking some
pictures and promo. And that's it. Because
why you have people do promo when they drunk?
That's
fucked up.
That's the show. It's called Drink Champ.
But by the way, you're fucked up. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm actually okay. I'm gonna go out and get some dinner or some shit.
I can't wait to eat.
Yes, but Alicia, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful.
Same.
You know, I'm thinking of this Jay-Z Biggie Small skit where they said, "You could have been anywhere in the world." But you chose to be here tonight.
That's it right there. Cheers right here.
I know how it is.
Cheers. We'll never forget this moment.
Like I said, my wife is so, you know, relax.
Don't worry.
She's so not industry. She's so the opposite.
That says so much about you.
She's so not industry, and like you're literally the only person who said I gotta meet. And it's like I remember when I messed up with my mother. My mother asked to meet Big Pun, and I will never make that mistake again.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm close to someone doesn't mean I shouldn't, you know, answer to the duties being done.
Exactly.
And tonight, I would like to introduce you to my wife.
Let's go.
I would like.
Let's go and let's take some pictures too.
But before that, I would like to thank you, face to face. I know how important you are. I know how big you are in this industry.
Thank you.
I know how you can change a person's life. And you sitting down with us, and we had to be worthy to a certain extent, but the fact is you chose us, and we really respect that. We really love that. We want to tell you to your face. And you're making us worthy because, like I said, at any time you ever want to promote anything, if you want to promote your little toe pink, and you want to promote that,
he'll paint it for you.
Don't worry about it. We'll paint it for you, and we'll promote the shit out of this motherfucker. We're going to sell little pink toenails. It's okay.
That's an NFT.
That's an NFT. We're going to NFT that motherfucker.
Let's go.
We really thank you. We really, because you empowering us, and that's what the culture needs to do. Is, you know, we're a part of the culture. This is a DJ. This is not. You know, a lot of people don't understand that his name is DJ EFN, and people misunderstand the DJ part. This is a real DJ. This motherfucker will take. He doesn't DJ because he loves vinyl.
Right.
He's really like he's stuck in the ways. And that's a beautiful way, because that's real hip hop. Like, I know for a fact that if I ask him to DJ my birthday party, he's coming with vinyl.
You know what? That's a real thing.
And I love that. I love his integrity, and we're really the new Eric B and Rakim, and we're trying to.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. You want to make some noise for us?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make some noise for us.
Oh, you want this one? Let's go. Let's go.
So
I just have it now.
So I really want to thank you. I really want you to know how much you mean to us. And like we said, we're learning on the job. We're not journalists. This is a DJ.
We have no idea what we're doing here.
We have no idea, but we know what we're doing. We have no idea, but we know what we're doing. And when we have opportunities like this, we ain't never gonna go this unguarded, unloved, you know what I mean? We want you to know that we really appreciate
unappreciated,
this.
right.
And we're gonna go hard with this.
Come on.
We're gonna go hard. That's why I hit the chairman. You know, I hit Puff Daddy and I said,
let's go.
And I said, yo, listen, this is the biggest female artist we ever had. This is one of the biggest artists we ever had.
Artists.
Not just female. This is one of the biggest artists we ever had.
Thank you.
And he said, and he FaceTimed me immediately. He said, do you know that's my sister? And I said,
do you know?
Like he turned it about him. He turned it into about him. He was like, yo, motherfucker, I don't like the way you just talked to me. And I was like, what? I was like, he was like, that's my sister. You don't think I said, geez, Louise, bro,
Aguántate, chico.
But that's how important you are to the country, to the culture. I said to the country, but
and
yes,
the country.
and the country.
Okay.
And the world.
I'm with that.
Because you did get political one time. You were like Hillary's hitman. A little bit?
He's doing a Cuban goodbye on you right now.
That was a tad bit of a stretch, but you know what? I'm the people's hitman.
I love that.
Period.
That got even better.
Period.
That was real.
Period.
That was real. So that's all. I really thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
This was so fun.
You made my whole crew.
Are you kidding me?
You made my whole crew happy. We've been doing this for almost 6 years. I've never seen this crew smile.
We killed it. This is a
It's only positive vibes.
They're smiling. Everyone's smelling good. They got the good perfume on today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their hair done.
Cute.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Everybody.
Y'all cute too.
Yes. Everybody. So I'm gonna take it one more shot. I'm sorry.
Let's do it.
I'm sorry. You ain't got to. Don't worry. We're gonna take it for you.
Y'all do that shit.
We're gonna take it for
She's
you.
over your Cuban goodbye, but let's do it.
No, that was a very, very beautiful goodbye.
Yes.
But where are we gonna take these
pictures? Right here. Yo, EFN, congratulations.
I love you, dog.
To us, I love you too, dog.
Congratulations.
For us, delivering the biggest.
I'm gonna need to.
Oh, damn, you got a government on now. Yes. Salud.
That's good.